Ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement to make.
Is this a press conference?
An incredible announcement to make. I thank you all for your time and your attention, and it is with great pleasure and honor that I announce to the world that I saved a gang of money on car insurance. Internet, welcome to the Combat Jack Show featuring Dallas Penn. If Rick Ross had done this shit today, like I read that shit on Koza, his name Koza, at Koza said like, yo, if he did that shit today at that press conference, it would have been a win.
Stock market would have exploded.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor that I announce that MMG has saved a gang of money on car insurance. You know how much money Geico, like that would have been an incredible endorsement deal. Like you don't ever see these like insurance companies marketing to like, you know, the hip hop audience.
Why would you?
Why would you?
Well, first of all,
we spend money.
Even if the hip hop audience was to get Geico, they would get Geico from Tennessee and just get them placed at one time and then drive around fucking Brooklyn with an expired tag.
Okay. Okay, but I'm sure that doesn't apply to every rapper.
Yeah,
like rappers have car insurance.
No,
too.
He doesn't drive the Maybach.
Huh?
He gets driven.
He gets driven, so I'm sure at least his driver is covered.
Yeah.
And it would be ill if he made that connection between, you know what I'm saying, Maybach Music and Geico. You know what I'm saying? I got Geico. Who covers you? Or can you discuss that? Because I know you get all scary when I ask you about certain personal issues.
I'm good.
I got. Could tell you car insurance.
I got what's that? Progressive.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out Progressive.
Exactly.
Yo, but does Geico? I mean, I would imagine they have like some type of like accelerated insurance for Maybachs and stuff like that, right?
I mean, you know what? Yeah, I would imagine so.
Why does the insurance accelerate?
Damn, I was trying to let it slide, man. Pause.
I mean,
pause.
Internet's A-King word of the day so far.
Wait, does that
accelerate?
Does accelerate apply to car insurance?
Fine.
Does that apply to car insurance?
Yeah.
Not accelerating. Poor word usage, but you know, you get the drift.
How's everybody doing today, man? Everybody's good? Brooklyn Nets.
Like to talk about.
The Brooklyn Nets. Now, Dallas, I know you have an issue and you're stuck on the Brooklyn Royale with cheese, but the Brooklyn Nets are finally here.
I mean, I'm ready for them to go.
The Brooklyn Nets are finally here. And I had an issue last week when we got the leak of the logo. But I actually like the logo. Just Blaze, these are yours, man. Those are courtesy of Rock Nation, Skull Candy, and the Brooklyn Nets. Headphones.
Thank you,
They specifically instructed me to give them to you.
Matches my hat.
Now, I have a problem. I want to give Premium the mic a little bit because I have a problem with Premium. Pete, how you doing, Premium? Is your mic on?
In the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. What do you mean I want to give...
Hold on a second. Can we get a seat for Premium? Because right now he's exercising his white privilege.
He look like he about to steal on me, right?
I'm just saying. To allow Premium to stand as...
You know what? Won't you grab onto Matt Raz's mic?
Pause. I got this right now.
Oh,
okay. It's too early for this.
So, last week, I get a call from Superbad Solus. Timeless Truth. I didn't know he worked at Translations.
Yeah.
He says, yo, I got something for the show. I'm like, what do you have? He's like, I'll tell you when I see you. So I drive to the office. He comes down. He's like, yo, I got 4 headphones. Skull Candy, Rock Nation, Aviator, Brooklyn Nets headphones. I only got 4. I was allotted 25 for the whole fucking planet. So, can you give this to my man, Dallas? You keep one. Can you give one to A-Track, your guest? And can you give one to Just Blaze?
Right.
So I knew instantly it was going to be a problem.
Buckets.
I was like, fuck.
Did you say
I know DJ, he said A-Track specifically.
Not A-King.
He said A-Track
okay.
specifically.
Not
A-T.
A-King track.
Not A-K-A-T.
Okay.
So I was like, there's going to be a problem.
You got his own clothing line.
So the first person I thought of was our DJ, DJ Ben Hamid, because I know his headphones had busted recently, and he's borrowing mine, right? So the second person was like fucking Premium Pete. I was like, fuck. It's going to be a problem because I'm going to hear it from him.
Deputy.
I tried to get a pair from Matt. I tried to get a pair from A. King, but my man was like, yo, I only got 4. Now, at a certain point, you got to be a gracious receiver. Pause. I was so you weren't even in the picture, and I was so fucking stressed out. I called Dallas Penn. I said, Dallas, is it going to be a problem with Pete? He's like, nah, number one, he's not in town, and number 2, he's going to have to power through that.
See, the thing
First thing I hear when I fucking see you is like, what the fuck is up with my skull candies? Just Blaze gets one, A-Track gets one.
No.
Like, what the fuck?
Well, I'm a proud member to say that I probably get more swag than you.
Yeah, you definitely do get more swag than me.
But the point I'm trying to make is, for me not to be on... Wait, hold up. For me not to be on the list with you when I do a lot of things for... what I'm trying to say is this. New Era. Not once, not twice, a couple of times.
Yes.
Swagged everybody out in this room.
Give him a round of applause for that.
Hold up. I don't even wear fucking fitteds. But I'm on the phone like, yo, you got to get one for Combat. You got to get one for Dallas.
I know that.
Yep, A. King, he can wear size 9 and 5/8. Yeah, he wears that.
You got tears in that?
9 and 5/8.
I'm playing.
They're long.
But the point I'm trying to say is like, listen, sometimes, you know, when you're a show or a team, so to speak, this guy probably, whatever his name is, he's looking at Just like, gotta get it on Just. So like, and I understand
Understandably.
that. But then for you, it's like, you're feeling yourself, pause.
No. I'm stressed out.
Hold on, let's here's the thing. As they say, I am the cheat code, and the easy cheat for me is I can call my man and get a pair easily. So,
no, I don't.
Easily.
So there you go.
Now, so now Just Blaze.
Hold on.
Now Just Blaze is handing his pair to Premium Pete.
Teamwork and family.
Now you see what you're doing,
The boss
man?
is my man.
No.
That's not a problem. The boss is my man. And you, am I mistaken in assuming that you rep Brooklyn? You're right or wrong?
Mm-hmm.
I'm from New Jersey. Mm-hmm. We just lost them. Mm-hmm. So it's all good, brother.
Yeah, but for some reason, Combat, I don't know where this came from, but he's making I made it like it was a big deal.
You made it a big deal.
I was breaking his chops because
why are
when
you breaking
see
my
shit,
chops?
Because there's Illuminati shit. When somebody's like the guy, like I would love to hear that conversation between him and Duke. Like, yeah, we get one for Justin Dallas. We're big time. These dudes I can't really help these other dudes. Meanwhile, my shit is rocking on the other side.
Right.
But dude ain't recognizing that.
Right.
But I'm good. The point I'm trying to make is I didn't ask for the headphones, but I just...
No, but I know you didn't. But
you know what? I asked for the headphones for you.
Yeah, but the dude's like, who?
No, he didn't say who. Like, you create these scenarios.
Nah.
Like, you have this, kind of battered wife syndrome going on in your head where you create these scenarios, B.
That's him accessing his black privilege.
You create all these scenarios.
Victimization.
You're not trusting what I'm telling you.
Who is a better
victim? I had no idea these were going to be some Brooklyn Nets, Aviator, Rock Nation, Skull Candy headphones.
I'm good with or without them. The point
I understand. I was so stressed out. Dallas, did I not call you and yo, is this going to be a problem?
And you don't never call me.
And now,
we don't even talk to each other.
No more.
No.
Now, is it right that I have to walk around with this sense of guilt? Even though I didn't do anything wrong when it comes to you. I didn't have to worry about Matt Raz busting my chops. I felt that even if A. King felt the kind of way, he would have powered through that. And even Ben, he's the one that needs him more than anybody in this room.
Okay.
But I'm worried about you.
Okay.
And the minute I see you at Dallas's little brunch, yo, what the fuck? Skull Candy, ain't she? I don't get any fucking headphones.
Yo, internet. Also know this: Combat Jack was the only person who left my fiance's birthday brunch with presents.
Yeah, how did that happen?
Combat Jack was the only person who left the birthday brunch.
How did you leave a present?
Wait, I saw the picture though. I think he got
Well, let's get to the.
But I'm just saying.
Let's get to the
Premium exercises his black privilege by being a victim and complaining.
Okay.
Why? Everybody's always racism.
I don't do enough.
No. Let me get this straight so we don't waste.
Can we talk like that for the rest of the night here, Shane?
Yeah. Let me get this straight so we don't waste most of the time on this bullshit. Because I'll be honest with you, with or without the Brooklyn Nets, I don't even give a shit about that shit. The point I'm trying to make is this: The point, like, all I'm saying is this: as a team,
yes,
I'm a person that puts the team first,
and you go hard in the paint.
Yeah, no waka. But the point is, I'm like, if I gotta break chops. That's my style because meaning if I'm on the phone with New Era, telling them they're like, Combat Jack, who is that? And I'm like, well, it's the show,
and I'm good with that.
No, it's okay.
Come on, Premium. You know what? When we on the phone with New Era, you gotta be like, yo, Combat Jack, wife.
Yeah,
Combat Jack,
all his kids, his dog, his cat, the hamster they just got.
Sitter.
Yo, that's the cheat code.
You know what it is too? I was telling Dallas earlier. I says, you know what? I got to realize that okay, so I got a couple of contacts with brands, and I really like to bless the people around me.
Yes.
Even when, for instance, Justin, I was just saying, I don't even wear fitteds, but I make sure people, my team, that's just the kind of person I am. Now, I know you like that, but sometimes I know you're cheating with it. But the point I'm trying to make is,
talking about?
I forget that you have so many kids.
What are you talking about cheating with it?
The point what I'm trying to say is this.
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm cheating with it.
The point I'm trying
I don't even appreciate that.
Tell them why you mad.
Combat. Dallas, you went down the line on that. An 8-track.
But see, here's the thing. I want to say one thing. I'm sure when you do interviews, you prepare, you go do your research on who you're talking, or you about to be talking to. 8-track has his own line of headphones.
I know that.
So he's not gonna be even rocking these.
8-track didn't even look at them.
Right.
But
so
I took the gift and I followed instructions.
You followed instructions, but you should have. If I was you, I would have countered the soulless. I got to take care of the team first. And to be honest, one of the people that you want to give these to is not. They're going to go to. He's going to give them away.
It's going to be a problem.
Else. Yeah, he's going to give them away to somebody else.
So I don't like what you're saying right now, Justin.
Yeah. Is that right?
No, I mean, because you're putting me in a position where I didn't do all that I could do. Now, I understand what you're saying, and I respect that.
Okay.
But
we got flex bombs now?
I'm not trying to offend.
Be clear, New York.
I'm not trying to offend.
Compact Jack
does deals with us.
Doesn't care about black people.
All white people.
White people with black privilege.
But
olive tone.
You know what? I do appreciate that. If in the future we have limited goods, right? And I feel that the guest, either the sponsor or the potential sponsor is kowtowing to the guest, I'll definitely make a special arrangement for you.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but at the same time, I think you again missed the point. The point I'm trying to make is to your people, you may need to explain about me, and to my people, I may need to explain about you.
You don't know Superbad?
Nah, I don't know him. I don't know him from a can of paint. I'm good.
At all?
Nah.
He knows you.
I don't know him.
He listens to the show.
Okay.
He knows your contributions to the show.
I'm more than the show. I also eat pasta on Sundays.
He knows about your stats and the whole nine. Listen, man. Like I said, man, I didn't mean to offend you.
You didn't offend me.
But I knew I was going to have to deal with a lot of shit with you.
Forever. Till the day I die, I'm going to break your chops. If you get, for instance, if I see Dallas roll up in a new car.
Right.
If I see Dallas roll up in a new car and you roll up in a new car, I know that the checks came in. And I'm still sitting here. I'm going to break your chops.
A-King already rolled in with a new car.
What you got?
A-King got a white joint too.
On it.
Bone white, right? Yo, what are we doing tonight?
Bone white? Can we insure A-King? Can we get him off this progressive shit?
Yeah, is that progressive shit work?
Paper tags?
Does that progressive shit work, B?
Progressive is alright.
I want to get you with a metal license plate now, A-King.
Metal?
Like a metal one that you put on your car.
Hold on. A-King, you just told me to transition. Transition into what?
Well, I thought that was a perfect segue to
the Brooklyn
what
Nets.
happened over the weekend.
Oh, at Dallas's crib.
Right, because we're talking about,
Well, I'll tell you this, Premium.
Fancy pantsy shit.
I will tell you this.
Fancy pants gang?
Fancy pantsy.
Today I saw this cat walking down the street with the ill, crispy Brooklyn Nets.
You ain't seen
New Era fitted.
Yeah, I'm not feeling
in real life.
Not New Era though. I don't think the New Era.
You don't think it was New Era?
I think that was.
You saw the one I posted.
You got a pair, right?
Yeah,
you got a hat, right?
Yeah.
Is it New Era or is it?
Yeah, it's New Era.
It's New Era.
New Era got one.
That's what I'm saying. I saw the crispy New
I'm
Era.
almost. I gotta go back and check.
With the Brooklyn straight across.
No,
Damn, I thought that was some African.
One has the logo that says Brooklyn across the back.
So I was jealous right there.
Black and gray, right?
I turned the corner.
Black and gray, yeah.
I turned the corner, and this other cat has on the black Adidas tracksuit with the fucking
Yeah. That's Adidas.
Adidas.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, Premium.
Yeah.
You got friends over at Adidas.
Yeah,
right?
but you know what? You're about to have a friend over at Adidas pretty soon. But I know you're going to get Illuminati with it.
Okay.
See, the thing, you got to love combat, but at the same time, sometimes you could lose him in a game of poker. You know what I mean? Like, you're the type of dude that would probably renege in spades. You know what I mean? You would do that once in a while. Try to get away with it.
All right. So, this past weekend, Dallas Penn hosted a brunch for his lady because it was her birthday. Did you invite everybody in the room, Dallas?
I believe I did.
Okay.
I was invited. I was in New Orleans.
I didn't want to offend anybody.
Except always.
Except always. He's not here right now.
You know the thirst from always.
Pocket pool.
Too much. Too much.
Pockets pool. Maybe pockets pool. Let's call him pockets.
If it was only adults, maybe. But
so. Yo. So anyway, the first thing that I noticed when I walked into the place is, and I've been telling y'all this for a while, like for some reason y'all think I'm the bougiest Negro in this booth.
Say again? What?
Y'all really think I'm the bougiest Negro in this booth?
Bougie.
No, I'm just a nigga that went to law school. That's all it is.
And wore turtlenecks.
you a nigga with aspirations.
I'm a nigga with aspirations.
That's
but
right.
I'm not bougie.
That's it.
I walked into the joint. No offense to anybody in the room, or no offense to anybody listening, but there were more white people in Dallas's crib than I had ever seen in like a social setting.
That's it.
That intimate.
That's it.
And
That's my lady's crib. But yeah, go ahead.
your lady's crib.
And it was her birthday.
And it was her birthday.
And I invited my friends.
You invited your
to be
friends.
around her friends.
But Pete,
I don't really have no friends. I just got y'all.
Is Dallas not bourgeois?
Saturday was a learning experience
Sunday.
for me. Sunday, sorry.
What'd you learn?
Sunday was a learning experience for me. I totally apologize. I apologize to you in person. I want to apologize
you ever
to
been
you
inside Combat's
in the
house?
internets.
You ever been inside Combat's house?
Yeah.
You allowed to wear your shoes?
Absolutely not. It's straight. It's
All
straight,
right,
yo.
there you go. In my lady's house,
but
you can wear your shoes. All right, on a bougie scale, whenever you got to take your shoes over in the motherfucking house, that's that bourgeois.
Wait. Hold up. Yo, I'm far from bougie.
Well,
But I'd be damned if you gonna walk around with your shoes in my crib.
Right.
I don't know where you've been walking.
Right, but if you
It's
have
a cleanliness
Wait.
thing.
I got rugs.
You don't have special house slippers for the guests that they can put on?
Nah, but I thought about doing that, but that costs money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just think you just better have some nice socks on.
Would you frown on one of your friends if they had crazy socks? Like socks with holes in
No,
them?
I got half the times my socks don't match.
Okay, but I mean, socks that had holes in it where maybe some of their foot
Get some
sink
better
deposited.
socks.
Okay, so then
They can treat that as a learning experience.
internet, do not come to Just Blaze house with crazy
Don't
socks.
come to my house, period, first of all. But if you do, you happen to make it past your
Your
threshold.
shit will be on Instagram, B.
Yo, that's happened to me before.
What?
Let somebody into the crib on some like,
Cool shit.
Welcome
Yeah.
into my sanctum.
and I turn around 5 minutes later and the pictures is on Flickr. My sneaker collection is on Flickr, and I was just sitting there.
Did I
like,
give you approval? It's like, did I?
Yeah, but here's the thing, because I saw this. I saw one of these, one of the sneak clicks. And I was like, all right,
So that's the extra thirst right there.
I'm gonna let that live. But then I went and I looked off and I was like, that was my house, and then now it's on Flickr. Like,
And this is when he was there.
You gotta do shit just like at the Avengers screening. You gotta fucking make niggas give them a ticket and put their phone in a fucking Ziploc.
But here's the funny thing: yo, matter of fact, check your phone at the door.
You know?
That's the take your shoes off and check your phone.
Wait, you saw Avengers?
Yeah, we saw Avengers.
Hold up.
Hold on for a second.
I'm losing. I couldn't do it.
You gonna let him off the hook like that, though?
What?
Dallas.
No, I want to get back to Dallas being the bougiest Negro in my circle. Dallas is bougie. Like Dallas.
Yo, I felt like
I have aspirations.
Ellen DeGeneres.
No. You don't have aspirations. You're a bougie, dude. You a bougie. Straight up bougie.
You came into my lady's crib. You got to wear your
Don't
shoes.
put it on your lady.
You left.
Don't put it on
presents.
your lady.
Your kids
Don't put it
ate.
on. My kids.
Like Bougie would have been like, you know what? We not here serving children.
Red velvet.
Or red velvet waffles.
Red velvet waffles.
Chicken
B.
from
With
Pathmark.
It ain't look like it.
Now, Pete, did you feel uncomfortable? You look like you felt a little uncomfortable.
Why would I feel
Because it
uncomfortable?
was like extra bougie.
I mean,
And I know you don't do bougie.
You had some beat up
because I know you question my blackness because you claimed that I was bougie.
Yes, there was egg whites in the building.
Egg whites in the building.
As you can see, I still have my beard
What was
and
that?
mustache.
Antipesto? What's that cheese shit?
Antipasta.
Antipesto.
but how many black folks? How many black folks have basil?
I felt at home. I felt at home.
Like
I cook with basil sometimes.
Yeah,
that happened after I got educated, though.
Dallas, salute to Dallas, man.
And then I started, educating
Basil,
Pete and A King. Huh? I started educating Pete and A King on who Dallas, his people, was affiliated with. I started going down the lineage. I was like, yo, look around. You see this nigga's artwork right there? That painted right there is a Benz. People,
wait, his artwork or his lady's artwork?
The artwork in the crib. Yeah. It's his.
I'm not gonna lie. Combat had me open. When he told me that was a Benz on there, I was ready to walk out. One of them
yo, Dallas. He had the Wikipedia factoid.
Going through your people.
The Julian Assange factoid. That shit was crazy. Though.
Dallas, own that shit, B. Own. No one's questioning your cred, but you are bougie.
B, I'm not. I have aspirations, but certainly not to be bougie. Okay, I'm a community man. I'm for the people.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not excluding people. I'm not.
No, I'm not saying you're excluding anybody.
What bougie is. Bougie is
not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Why do you guys keep saying bougie?
Why are you scared to own it?
Bougie. Yeah, own it.
Why are you scared to own it?
Own it.
I would own it if that's who I was.
I would own it like a mother.
Like honestly, I wanted to be bougie.
Bougie.
And
you didn't work out for you.
They was like, yo, your eyes ain't light enough. Your hair ain't straight enough.
You became bougie, dude.
You can't really fuck.
But it's a lot of really like
your lady's hair
black
is
as
straight
night
enough,
bougie people out there.
Yo, y'all don't understand, man.
You're new bougie.
It ain't just about skin tone.
I couldn't make the official bougie cut, but I do have aspirations.
There you go.
You have bougie aspirations?
Oh, I would say more gentile, like gentility. Yeah. Like more like some white glove shit. Maybe I could be like a fucking
a butler.
You couldn't be
butlers, but a high end butler.
No, he couldn't be no butler.
Like the butler.
I couldn't be no butler.
Like the butler with disorder.
Why couldn't be no butler?
Because your aspirations are beyond that, P. Your aspirations are beyond.
But the difference between being like an average butler and say being like Alfred.
Right.
I wouldn't mind being Alfred.
I wouldn't mind being Alfred either.
Mr. Belvedere.
Alfred is the official ultimate butler.
Yeah, he's
I mean, it was good to see you, Combat.
It was a great event, man, and thank
Happy
you.
New
I
Year
mean,
to
you are right.
Snowflake.
We left with gifts. I really appreciate that. Thanks for looking out for me and the kids. I really appreciate that. It was really great. Mangosas. I was drunk when I left your crib. That's the best shit. Walking into a brunch at 2 p.m. and leaving at 9 o'clock drunk is the best brunch ever.
On a Sunday.
On a Sunday. So listen, internets, we're going to take a music break. We're going to come back, talk about the Avengers. I still want to talk about the Brooklyn Nets logo because I'm fiending for some merchandise right now. Going into the news. We're supposed to have a guest tonight. A porn star, Monet Divine. There you go.
Star?
A prawn star, yeah. So all of this, you know what it is, man. It's the Combat Jack Show featuring Dallas Penn. We got Just Blaze in the house, Premium Pete, Matt Raz, DJ Ben Hameen, and super producer A King. www.pncradio.fm.
F your radio, internets. F your radio.
Internets, you're tuned into the Combat Jack Show featuring Dallas Penn.
You didn't tell nobody, A King? Numinati.
Wait, he didn't record it when he was on the show over a year ago? That's not an old drop?
No, that's an older one.
It's an older drop?
Allegedly he was here 2 weeks ago.
So he wasn't or he was?
Nah, he wasn't here. That was an archived drop.
Okay, archived drop.
Yeah.
Oh, and one more thing.
Yeah.
In regards to people taking their shoes off, I was just reminded, it's not necessarily always just a bougie thing. In some cultures, it is considered very disrespectful if you do not take your shoes off. Yes. And I think it's partially due to some people looking at their house as a pure sanctuary.
Right.
And if you're bringing in uncleanliness from the outside, you're tampering with the cleanliness of our environment.
Yeah, I mean it's my wife's culture. I mean she's part Asian, and that's
exactly. So
that's Asian culture. It's not. I mean I never grew up taking my shoes off, walking into somebody's house.
It's an energy thing. It's a spiritual.
Right, exactly. There's more to it than just being bougie.
Yeah.
That's some black bullshit. That's that old black.
I'm coming to your crib with mad dirty Timbs, and I'm stomping over everything.
Well, we just have to mop afterwards.
Yo, so Dallas, man, the internet celebrities.
Yes,
I saw the video.
They went back up with it. Yeah, I have not been online since like midnight this morning.
Have you seen? I mean, I'm sure
I've seen the video. Yeah.
I mean, I like the new addition to the internet celebrities,
Tasha. Yeah, she's gotta play the role of a Latina though.
She's not a Latina though.
She can be considered one.
Well, how so?
She's one of these
She's
ambiguously, ethnically ambiguous blacks.
What does that mean?
It means they can be a lot of things. They could be Guyanese. They could be Trinidadian. They could be Cuban. They could be Dominican. They could be Panamanian. They could be Canadian. They could be spiders.
Yo, Just, have you ever heard that skit?
Spider?
The Spiders one.
No.
You got to hear that skit. Do we have?
Wait, when we go to break.
It was a Howard Stern one that we jacked. We played during the break, man. You're gonna enjoy this. But I'm glad to see the internet celebrities back up, and I'm glad that you guys added a woman to the team, man.
Sure.
How's the chemistry?
I mean, we did women's stuff. We went shopping at DSW.
Okay.
Shoe shopping for her.
Did she have to get her hair done?
Well, no. I mean, we went shoe shopping for her. She's pregnant, so we kind of thought like, what kind of shoes would she need in the upcoming
She's pregnant?
months? She's also pregnant. She's also pregnant.
But anyway, congratulations.
Internet celebrities are for the children.
For the children.
Sure.
Now, you guys saw Avengers.
Yes.
Indeed, we did.
I'm not jealous because you guys have gone, but just we were talking during the break. I've had 3 invitations that I had to turn down because I couldn't. I couldn't see it, and I got an invitation to see it tomorrow, and I can't see it.
Here's all I'm going to say in regards to that movie. I'm not going to get into a whole lot about it because people be bugging off of spoilers and whatnot. Definitely the best superhero movie of all time, and the reason I say that is
of all time.
And the reason I have a soft spot in my heart for Batman from the '89 with Michael Keaton, off of nostalgic reasons. But when you look at it, with all points considered, it is. And some people will retort with the recent Batman movies. I almost feel like those are more like crime dramas than they are superhero movies.
Right.
There's a certain
because it's steeped in reality.
Exactly. Like feasible. Aside from the insane technology, a lot of what happens in Batman does happen, or in the recent Batman movies does happen now.
Right.
Secret societies, extreme martial arts training, things of that nature.
High-tech armor, stealth, the whole nine.
Exactly. It's like if somebody had $1 billion,
spiders,
and wanted to fight crime, they could do what Bruce Wayne does.
Right.
Within a certain extent,
realm.
Yes. Yeah, this is obviously beyond the realms of our reality.
Fantastical.
It's fantasy.
Well, you're talking about another dimension. If you bring another dimension into the storyline,
I'm so jealous right now.
No, but listen, I was definitely the best
ever.
Joss Whedon definitely pulled it off. I'm not like one of those. I'm not. What do they call it? I'm not a Whedonite. So I'm not one of those types that just falls over everything Joss Whedon does, but he definitely killed this. And I will say this, and you can
now what work do you know of Whedon's before?
I mean, it was like Firefly and
Buffy.
Firefly was incredible.
Angel.
See, I didn't fuck with any of that.
I don't know. I never watched the Buffy.
But
I watched Buffy maybe once or twice.
He wrote the Astonishing X-Men, and his run on the X-Men was on that same level as Claremont and Byrne. Because it was quietly in him. You know,
yes.
His shit was on the same. Trust me, Dallas. Trust me. So when I heard that he was coming back to comic books, I was like, you know what? He's a purist. I trust what he's going to do.
Right. No. And what he pulled off was like Thor was good, Iron Man was good, and I feel like he took both of those directors captured and injected into their lead characters.
Right.
Took the best of that and combined everybody's talents. And it's just very well directed, very well put together. And I will say this, and I said it on Twitter earlier. The brief 40-second scene between Loki and the Hulk is probably the top 5 comic book movie scenes of all time.
Of all time.
The way Hulk sons Loki, because obviously the good guys win. The way Hulk son Loki was amazing.
Well, I heard that.
Incredible.
It was the one scene, a lot of people clapped, a lot of people cheered through different moments of the movie. That was the one scene where everybody in the theater. Remember? All right, hold on. I'm gonna nerd out on you for a minute. Do you remember Star Wars Episode 3?
Yes.
No, Episode 2.
Episode 2.
When you first saw Yoda pull out the lightsaber.
Episode 2 or Episode?
At the end of Episode 2.
Episode 5.
The end of Episode 2.
Okay.
When you first saw Yoda pull out the lightsaber for the first time and bust dude's ass.
Yeah.
The way you felt when
took it to the whole different level.
Right, and nobody expected that at all.
Right.
That's It's the same. It's that same kind of feeling. The way your man puts it on Loki is very short, very succinct, very quick, but it's amazing.
Now the word on the street is that Hulk kind of steals the show.
Definitely.
I'm tight because they fucking got me again.
How?
Remember now, no spoilers.
Yeah, come on.
They got me again by making me rock this movie till the very end and making the illest part of the movie.
So there's an end too?
There's an end, but at the end is the illest part of the movie. And the end has 20 seconds in it.
I left before that happened.
Oh, you didn't see the end?
I was trying to avoid the traffic and the nonsense.
So you.
But I Googled it right after.
They did it again.
So I know what it was.
They did it again. They set us up with all these other movies for Avengers, and we was gonna nut. We was gonna fucking nut. Comic nerds, y'all was gonna fucking. Everyone was gonna nut.
So Dallas, you think it's the best? It's the best comic book superhero movie?
I still prefer First Class, X-Men First Class.
Get out of
I
here!
didn't like First Class. I didn't like First Class.
I'm not
But
having
this
this
shit-
conversation with you.
This shit for reading a comic book for people that wham, bang, boom, zap.
I did
Shit.
not like First Class.
Now, First Class was dope.
I love First Class.
You know what?
Wait, you like First Class more than the Avengers?
I like the character development of Magneto, and that shit ruled
We didn't
for
need
me.
character development in this one. We got all of them already.
Yeah, but then we
already got Captain America, Thor.
They all had their
movies,
individual
Iron Man.
movies.
We already had that.
They had their
Can I tell you
individual
something?
movies.
So in that case, you should watch all of the movies as one big movie.
And even then, at the end of Avengers, the last 20 seconds, all I'm gonna say is Avengers 2 is gonna blow your fucking brain. You're gonna say out yourself.
Hopefully, as long as they keep what's his name? What's the dude that directed?
You're gonna Junior say out your shit.
As long as they keep Brett Ratner,
Shit.
what's his name? Away from that shit.
Yeah, wait.
Because he's the fucking worst.
Avengers
the
2
chat room wants to know if it was more enjoyable than Dark Knight, though. Is it a better movie?
Absolutely.
I feel like it is. I feel like you can't compare them. I feel like Dark Knight was a crime drama. It was more about
With
the
action.
plot line. Yeah, it was a crime drama with action and with elements of sci-fi. Avengers is a straight up comic book movie.
Now, I love Dark Knight, but Dark Knight was some work to even watch it.
Yeah, it was.
It was work. Like, my kids love comic books.
Why? Because it's long?
Not because it's long, because it's dense.
Because it's long and there's a lot happening
It's
within
dense.
those 3 hours. There's a lot happening.
And I thought that, but I couldn't verbalize it until my kids said, you know what, I wouldn't watch it again because it's just too much work.
Right.
You know what I mean?
This shit was a comic book. Justin's right. This shit was a comic book with action
This one,
throughout.
I felt like I was reading a comic book on the screen.
So they really did it that right.
Yes, they did.
Yo, I was reading this
But the last 20 seconds own the whole fucking movie.
I'm gonna nut, right? Pause.
You realize
You know the comic books, you will.
Yeah. Okay.
Avengers 2 is going to be crazy.
Now
But
I read
the
this.
Hulk. Oh my God.
I read this incredible story about Marvel's 5-year plan leading into this movie, and how they sat down and they really like planned this shit out, and they definitely carved out lanes for all of these different franchises to blow: Thor, Captain America, Iron Man. But they're like, yo, they haven't even realized the potential of how big the Hulk franchise might become, particularly behind this Avengers thing.
That's why they keep resetting the Hulk.
You got to talk into the mic, Ben Hameen. You've been on.
He took his mic.
But you got to talk into the mic.
I don't have a mic, but thank you, Just. They signed, what's his Hulk's actor?
Dude from
Ruffalo, Mark
Ruffalo. They signed him for a 6-movie deal for Hulk now, yeah.
And I like the Edward Norton.
stole that show.
Yeah, so he's locked in.
I'm glad, man, because ultimately, I think every fanboy, for the most part, even though they might be in some DC shit, everybody's first love is Marvel.
Definitely.
And it's good to see Marvel back on top right now. I look forward to seeing what they deliver in June with The Dark Knight.
Right.
Marvel is
What else was
dropping
dope? The fact that they referenced the other movies.
Okay.
Like when your man, something happened with the Hulk. And
Wait.
No. That's not a spoiler.
Okay.
Like your man,
Spoil it.
No. Tony Stark was messing with him, like, yo, turn into the Hulk. He's like, well, last time that happened, I kind of broke Harlem. And he was referring to the fact that in the last movie at the end, they had the battle on 125th where he beat up the Apollo and all that.
Right.
So the fact that they're not, sometimes these movies they try to put themselves in a bubble and act like none of the other movies happen.
So it was evident that they did have a 5-year plan.
Yeah, they're clearly referencing other movies right now.
Right. So taking bets, would you say that that's probably going to be the best movie out of all of these, the summer blockbusters?
Here's my thing, though.
Prometheus,
that was my next point.
Let me say this.
That was my next point.
Let me say this. I haven't seen the
Easy,
movie
Just.
Prometheus yet. I haven't seen Prometheus yet.
Right.
But the trailer, for me, up until this point, is the best movie I've seen this year.
Man, listen.
The trailer is the best movie I've seen this year.
You're going to lose your mind on Prometheus.
I just DM'd my man, big shout my man Dave. I told my man Dave, I said, Prometheus is going to be the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Of summer movies.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a lot, man. But Prometheus, man, going back.
I got a lot of faith in Ridley Scott.
Ridley Scott is Ridley Scott, number one. And he's going back to Alien, which is the fucking most incredible. Like, that's probably my second or third. It's not even a horror movie. It's like it's a horror movie.
It's a horror sci-fi movie.
But it's the best.
You know what the original tagline for Alien was?
No one can hear you
scream in space.
In space. No one can hear you scream
in space.
That shit is a classic horror suspense movie set in outer space.
Yo, hey King, you don't want to partake in this geek? Like, hey, this is
not
too
gonna
boring
front,
to you.
man. I never was really a big comic book or that's. I mean,
you was heavy into porn.
You was jacking off at 8 years old.
Yo, so you want me to?
Yeah, come on. We
so, but I will say, damn son.
Foley artist Just Blaze.
Nah, but as a grown ass man, it's like y'all got me interested in this type of shit. So I'm going to see the event.
Oh yeah,
I always was on some superhero shit, but not in depth like comic.
Who was your favorite superhero?
Nigga man.
Nah, Superman or Batman.
Superman or Batman.
Yo, what was the cartoon with the black superhero? Like, he was like real small. He was little though. You know what I mean? Mighty.
Why the black superhero?
Why's it gotta be black?
He had like yellow and red.
Oh, Static Shock.
And he had the dog with the house on top of his head and shit.
What?
Oh, Captain Cornell. The dog was real ugly.
Yeah,
and
right,
when he took the thing off his face.
Yeah, what was that shit?
Not Captain Courageous.
That sounds like some niglet shit right
nah,
there.
you don't know about this?
What is this?
Homie that had the dog. The dog was mad ugly. And the dog used to put the house on his head.
Yo, anybody in the chat room?
He flew in a doghouse, and if he took the doghouse off his head,
like some
flew in
ghetto
a doghouse. Like
I don't ever watch no ghetto cartoons.
It was part of another.
It was part of something else.
That sounds like it was like Hanna-Barbera.
It might have been part of Captain Caveman or one of those.
That was
part of one of the other cartoons.
B.
You was getting too much money.
That shit was the EBT.
They didn't show that in your region. They didn't show that.
That was the EBT
to get that on your channel 5.
It's not too bougie to get it.
Your channel 5 didn't show that part.
B, I've never heard of no.
What's your tax bracket?
Tiny
Back, Jack,
running around with an ugly dog with a house on his head.
Yo, you
that
know
shit
what it
sound
is?
like some welfare shit, B.
Nah,
we wasn't. I was middle class. We had that.
That was Channel 5, man.
It was
Food stamp production.
That shit was the EBTs.
I might get an EBT.
Hold up. Now, hold up. Hold up. Dog. I'm checking this right now. Hold on. Dog.
Yo, y'all don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
Wait, I just found a picture of it. I got a picture of it.
I never had the EBT network.
Yo, I never had the EBT network either.
Combat, you know who directed that?
No.
Food Stamp Network.
Mighty Man and Yuck.
Yeah. Mighty Man, there you go.
Your man Yuck.
Let me see that
on the picture.
And Yuck was mad ugly.
Yo, you know what? I kind of seen that in the periphery, but I was like, I can't.
You was too bougie. You was watching Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
My shit was really. I didn't even watch that. B.
FOH.
Yo, from a young age,
I was watching them old Marvel joints.
So I was a purist. I was always a purist.
Belted by gamma rays, turns
and if I felt,
it was just a cartoon. It wasn't a comic. It was just a cartoon.
Wait, the dude is black in there? Is a black?
So you ain't watch what? You ain't watch none of that. Unless my comic book is
everybody
wonderful.
Everybody
ever loving hope.
Can we get some? Come on. Yo, what are we doing right now?
Wait, so you wasn't about that Smurf life either?
Yeah, I was. I didn't fuck with the Smurf.
I wanted to bang Smurfette for years, man.
Always.
I didn't fuck with the Smurfs. I didn't. You know, I mean, like I said, I'm older than y'all, so
What
a lot
about
of
snorks?
A lot. I don't even know what the fuck.
No.
is snork.
What about G-Force? What about Battle of the Planets?
Black Star, Mighty Orbots.
Battle of the Planets.
Battle of Gotcha Man. That's that.
Gotcha Man, yeah.
I fuck with Battle of Planets.
See how bougie comment is? He gotta be Gotcha Man.
I don't even remember. The dude was from Photon. His name was Bodie Lee. And they used to zap him into the other world.
Macross.
I remember all of that.
I mean, what else?
Hold up. Laser Tag Academy.
Garfield.
Inhumanoids.
I'm sorry, Heathcliff.
Super Sunday, Bigfoot and the Muscle Machine.
Heathcliff.
Jim.
What the fuck? You read Heathcliff comics, King?
Nah, I watched Heathcliff on TV.
Heathcliff, and then in the second half of Heathcliff, they had the Junkyard Cats.
Yeah,
Yo,
your man Mungo.
Let me find out King watched Kathy. King was watching the Kathy cartoon.
Watching Kathy.
Kathy?
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
You don't know Kathy? What was Kathy? Kathy's a white chick with the fucking. She looked like she's stressed out.
That's the Section 8 cartoon.
Her shit is always like womp womp.
That was that Section 8.
Like nobody wants to date me. Womp
I don't know
womp.
about that.
It was Channel 7 and Channel
I'll go
5,
home and eat
yo.
chocolate.
Yo, is Monet Divine still coming through?
I have no idea.
Let me ask you something, Combat. If
The
she,
Bronze Stars not happening?
if she does come through, I mean, besides interviewing, I mean, can we talk to her a little bit more diversely? You know, about the porno industry, and maybe even having our own porno here, maybe.
If you want to volunteer for anything, please be my guest.
Actually, shout out to my man Juan, who's not here with us today. He's here with something personal, but he's been trying to actually. Juan's been trying to actually start a porn division,
really,
of my company.
Okay,
so you might need to be the one.
Just let me tell you, man.
How many exes y'all gonna go for, Just?
How many what?
Exes. How many exes like you gonna think the prom?
We need buffers.
Well, the thing is, the top side out.
Is it gonna be a single X kind of film this, double X or triple X or
XNXX
or quadruple X?
Holla at me, Pete. What's up?
Top side out right now is xnxx.com. Best player, best shit out there, period.
Now, you've been talking about XNXX for a long time.
Let's check it out. Hold up.
Yeah.
I want to see a 4X prom.
I mean, listen, I'm on a minimum, like me and
somebody bangs a squirrel.
I spoke, like Dallas knows, on a minimum, I got 7 windows
Primo
open.
did say bestiality was okay.
Did he say that?
He didn't know what he was talking about.
Like, yo, when y'all went into that chamber when Primo was here, B, like y'all really went into that chamber. Like y'all really went. So now, Pete, you frequent a lot of porn sites?
No, I mean, listen.
Do you watch it casually? Like
casually? Like, this is the thing. This is the thing.
Eating popcorn.
Back then, I always hung out with a lot of older dudes. So the thing is, they always passed
watching
on
porn.
No, they passed on their VCR collections to me. No, that's pocket circle. So they passed on their. First of all, go to the player. The players are unbelievable.
Big butts.
Yeah, I mean, you got all the categories here. You got mature woman, MILF, best friend's mom.
It's like you porn.
Nah, this is better. XNXX.
You watch you porn?
Just sign me up to be a creative director at this company.
Got you.
And
is that Monica Santiago right there?
Yeah.
I love Monica.
They didn't show her face yet.
But anyway, Combat.
That's Monica Santiago.
You do it from the grease all over her.
See, I come from the days.
She's from Brazil.
And I'll explain this when she gets here, but I come from the days where I used to watch. Okay, pornos, like when it was like I used to love the story behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like you would be hanging out outside playing baseball with your friends, and all of a sudden you come inside to get some iced tea, and your friend's mom is looking at you, and it's not the right thing to do. But next thing you know, if not that day, the next day you have her legs pinned behind her ears, and you banging her out.
Like Vanessa does.
Your friend's moms.
I mean, sometimes it's like that.
Role playing.
I've had
like
friends'
teachers
moms
or library
approach me. And it was very.
So you're one of those cats that were exposed to
just basically Delonte West.
I never forget your one time. I never told this story before.
What'd you say?
No, I'm saying Just Blaze not a Delonte West type cat.
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
Banged his mom.
No, there was one time.
Allegedly.
I used to, without just putting too much out there.
Your peoples are not listening right now, are they?
They might be. Okay. Oh, moms, I'm so sorry.
Oh, wow.
I just had to remind you.
Mom, all right, Mom, we're adults now. I'm gonna put it like this, Mom. The substitute teacher that came to get her purse that got snatched by a student that day, the week before, she tried to trap me in the skate room.
Wow.
It was.
So she exposed.
But I was young.
Right.
I was like 16.
So you were one of those cats that the teacher tried to get.
Yes.
How was that? Because I'm thinking like, I think most cats think back and like they see the teachers and the caliber of teachers and like, damn, why did our teachers try to step?
Now the teachers was out there,
right?
On the low, like we see it now. It's more exposed
because
now,
of the internet.
but it was happening back then, right? Because I'll never forget that day. It was like, you want me to what?
I wanted to bang my third grade teacher.
Was that traumatic or what, man?
You know what? Looking back, it's troubling,
right?
Because the way she was trying to put it on me, and at that young age,
now was she bad?
Yeah, she was for that time. But the thing is,
how'd you feel inside? Did you feel warm inside?
No, it was flattering and it was like cool, something you tell your friends, but at the same time it was like, yo, I'm thinking back now as somebody who's gonna have children one day and have to have my child in the school system.
And you gotta explain to your kids how you went through this.
Yeah, and I might
traumatic experience.
I might tell my son, like, yo, the teacher might try and,
touch your culo.
And you might think that's cool now.
What's that combat?
But
touch your culo.
She was trying to touch more than that.
And why not? See, the problem with these days is these kids are getting fucked by their teachers, and then they're going and then ratting them out. Like, let me tell you something. There was this science teacher, okay?
So wait, we're having
Mr. McNulty.
We're having two different.
Yeah, you wanted Mr. McNulty to Sandusky you?
We're having two different conversations. Justice sharing his traumatic experience, and you're saying go for the gusto, students.
What I'm saying is I understand what Justice is saying, and I'm just saying nowadays these kids today, like, yeah, they may get hit or they're hitting, but then they're like telling everyone. They're going on Facebook.
Well, yeah, don't.
I mean,
let me shut up.
And then these teachers, all of a sudden they're closing their pussies up, like, and they're getting in trouble. And like, let me tell you something. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. All my life, I love role play, but not on some different shit like role play, like in the sense of like don't dress me up and tie me up. I'm meaning like almost like my sister's friends ran through all of them. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is I thought about it. You know what I mean? You're missing the point, Dan.
Yeah, where we
the point I'm trying to say is like I think the unimaginable and make it happen.
I think
you never kissed your grandmother in the mouth.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
As a kid, it's something you think will be cool. Like when you have the one. Every school has the one hot teacher, and you're all like, oh yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that, whatever. But when it comes down to it, if that teacher actually let it happen,
right?
As an adult, you think back to that, and you're like, I picture myself as a man in his 30s,
right?
And what if like in trying to picture me looking at one of my 16-year-old students in a sexual nature. Like if I was a teacher, or just looking at any 16-year-old girl that I know.
That's a predator.
It is.
That's like being a predator.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's what it is. Still, though.
Did we say a 16-year-old?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's disgusting. I'm talking about.
You look at 16-year-olds a certain way, Dallas.
Come on, Dallas.
No, don't even go there.
All across the humankind, a 16-year-old has been an adult.
Combat. I'm talking about
on some Woody Allen shit right now.
I don't look at 16-year-olds like I see a 16-year-old now that's hot and I say, man,
this porn
where's my mother at? But all throughout humankind, a 16-year-old has been an adult, man and woman. 13-year-old's an adult. Only in the last few years, when you need people not to have kids, really not to have kids, but to just work and then fucking die, and then work and die.
So you feel then that society has changed the game?
Absolutely.
On what should be accessible.
We need to make more people 50 years ago because people did farming and all kind of other shit. People don't do anything anymore. We don't even have factories now. So there's really no need for people to make more people anymore. So now, we have to change the law and say 16-year-olds are off. We don't need to make any more people.
But you could see yourself, and I'm not trying to put you in a corner, but you could see yourself mating and procreating.
100 years ago, a 40-year-old man would marry a 16-year-old woman.
Easy, right?
Well, that long ago, a 40-year-old man would also be considered old.
Yeah, old.
Well, I mean, he'd be old. He'd be old, but he'd go to some poor family and be like, listen, I got a fucking farm. All right, I'm gonna marry your daughter.
I got a stove.
Here, I'm gonna give you
cattle.
I'm gonna give you 4 coin pieces, and a cow. I'm taking this 16-year-old. I'm gonna make more kids with this 16-year-old to tend to my farm and all that other shit. That was the name of the game, Daddy. And baby, back then,
I wouldn't say it was 100 years ago. I'll say right now it's happening in Mississippi, Idaho, and also Des Moines, Iowa. But I mean, the thing I'm talking about.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think so. But I think that Or maybe it's on XNXX. I need to stop watching that. But the thing I'm saying is...
You know you could get arrested for watching kids.
I mean, you could get arrested for what? Watching. Why would I watch kids watch?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, they track all that shit, too.
So just clean out your...
I don't watch 16-year-olds. I have a daughter. The point I'm trying to make is if I was a professor, okay, in a college, yeah, get you to exit grade.
All right. All right.
You ever saw DJ Cat? The DJ Cat show?
No, what's the DJ?
Yes!
Channel 5.
He was in the suit.
What?
And he had the girl with him. He had a white chick with him. Her name was like April or something.
What is
another black fellow?
Yes.
the DJ Cat show, though?
Was this
DJ
another
Cat.
Fox on Fox.
Was this another black fellow?
K-A-T.
K-A-T.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yo.
What is this now?
But it wasn't on that long, though. It was
No, it was on for like less than a year. It came on like at 4 o'clock, 4:30.
In the afternoon.
On Channel 5.
Where's this coming from?
Nah, just random Channel
Random
5
memories.
shit.
Shout out to DJ Cat.
Yo, I like when we don't have guests, man. It's like, you know,
No, man, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous.
Like this, we get to know a little bit more about each other just in general.
Oh, shit.
I'm a little nervous right now. I just want to say.
The crowd gets to.
I'm a little nervous because right now Just has the top site, dopest site out there, xnxx.com, playing. And when I turned back over my head just to look, I seen Ambitious like, yeah. Like, he was like, he may possibly have his hand in his pocket right now, and he may
Get your hand out your pocket.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little worried right now.
No circle jerks, dude.
Do not, yo, if I swear, if I get hit in the back of the head with a brick and I wake up.
Yo, listen, we haven't gotten to the news. We're all fucked up right now, but I like this. I do.
Yo,
like
the news. Hold up. I got one thing I want to say about the news.
Yeah.
I know, Matt, you're going to do your news thing. I just want. Did y'all read about the ex-girlfriend, Dennis?
I read about that.
She pulled.
Let's get to the news.
Oh, my God.
Let's get to the news.
We're going to a music break.
We're going to a music break. Come back. Internets, we're having a great time.
Yeah.
You're tuned into the Combat Jack Show featuring Dallas Penn with Just Blaze,
I'm
DJ
still alive.
Ben Amin, Premium Pete, Matt Raz, and super producer A King. www.pncradio.fm.
F your radio internets. F your radio internets. F your radio internets.
God,
F your
porn is still
radio
on. Hold on,
internets.
turn the porn
F your
off.
radio internets.
Yo, can we get it popping up in here, man?
Sweet. Hey, Paul.
Yo, Just, you having fun, man?
I'm having a great time.
Good, man. Good. I'm glad you are, man.
Snickers and Diet Coke is holding me down.
There you go.
No sleep. I'm good. Oh,
There you go. Internets, you are tuned into the Combat Jack Show featuring Dallas Penn. Special shout out to Theodis Jones, man, because our man has been creating the most incredible graphics with regard to our shows. And next week we have Ill Bill, Danny Boy, and Slain as our guests, the La Coca Nostra. And Theodis just sent in the graphics for this shit. Yo, after this show, I'm gonna post it up on Twitter, on on Instagram, and on the site and everything. Shit is crazy. So special shout out to @Theodis Jones.
Theodis Jones is a monster. Listen,
He's a monster, yeah.
He's the one that should have designed the Brooklyn Nets logo.
Okay. Yeah,
You don't like the logo?
I'm not a fan of it.
How come?
To me, it's like a Monday. I needed like a Friday, Saturday. Too plain, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't represent Brooklyn.
All I'm saying is this, though. When they come out with the black crew sweatshirt with that Brooklyn Nets logo,
That's going to be me.
on the fucking chest, oversized, it's a wrap, son.
It's going to be me.
It's a wrap, son. But
I can't wait to see the Dodger blue joint.
But what Just said before was about how, like for instance, there's going to be all new fans for the Brooklyn Nets. Like for Jersey,
I'm a new fan.
Jersey left them.
Right.
Like I mean, Jersey didn't go. They were getting hot dogs to go. There was 10 people at the games. So what I'm saying is Brooklyn has now adapted new fans. Like to me, the fans are going to be out of towners that live here in New York that wear thong sandals and U-neck t-shirts with hairy chests. That's going to be the new fans of the Brooklyn Nets.
Nah, I don't know if I agree with that, son.
anyway.
I mean, you might be right. You never know.
Anyway, Ben Hameen, you ready with the news, man? Because I kind of get the impression, man, that you don't like doing the poems no more, man. Do you?
No, I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Don't blame the mic. Don't blame the mic.
You got a poem set for today, man?
No.
Okay.
I don't have a mic either.
I got a poem.
Oh man, now you're gonna take that job too?
Taking that job too. So.
Damn it!
I got a haiku.
You got a haiku, Just?
I'm just talking.
Okay. So let's get right into the news because our guest is here, and you know we got like less than half an hour, so we got to squeeze all of this in to what? Pause.
Yep.
Thanks, Premium Pete. So let's go into the news. What's going on with the news, Matt Raz?
First up, we have former NFL linebacker Junior Seau was found dead in his Oceanside, California home. He was found by his housekeeper with a gunshot wound to the chest, nearby handgun, and had sent text messages to his ex-wife and kids saying that he loves them.
So this was ruled so far as suicide.
It's believed to be a suicide. The weird footnote is a lot of people think there might be a curse on the 94 AFC champion Chargers because 8 of the players from that team have since died.
I just want to say something really briefly. One thing that I read going a little bit deeper into the story and researching it on my own is that what they're also thinking is that this may be linked to concussions that some of these players are suffering from, because this exact behavior has been exhibited by a few players over the past few years where they committed suicide in the same exact manner with a shotgun or some kind of a firearm to the chest, as opposed to just eating their bullets, shooting, going to the brain or whatever. A lot of them have been shooting themselves in the chest and leaving these cryptic messages right beforehand. I want to say I read about the cases of 4 players in the past few years who have done the same thing. So, and there's an alleged, I say alleged for obvious reasons, cover up by the NFL to not really disclose the full details because they would link, or there could be a possible link to injuries that these players are suffering, mental injuries that are results of concussions that are resulting in them doing things like this.
I mean, I could definitely see that, man, because, football, man,
the brain gets rattled.
It's an incredible, I mean, I love the game of football, the sport of football, but everybody that I know that works in that, in that sport, they may have a passion for it, but they have less of a passion for it when they know what goes on behind the scenes.
Right.
And that's war. When you're on that field, that shit is war. So I can't see why there's a difference between post-traumatic stress syndrome and from a war and from
Sarah was an incredible football player. Played football 20 fucking years. 20 years of that crazy shit. And it was so fucking incredible that in one game, televised game, he fucking broke his arm. And we saw this shit. We saw him walk on the field with a broken arm. Next year, he was back on the field.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, condolences to his friends and his family, man. That's definitely some bad news. And yeah, man, fuck.
God bless.
Yeah.
Rest in power.
What else is going on, man?
Next up, we have a new.
By the way, New Era just got the NFL on-field license. So all hats you're gonna see on-field on the sidelines. New Era. For real, we're a New Era, and don't get concussed, bitches.
Thank you, Dallas.
New Era.
Okay, so we have New Jersey mother Patricia Krenzel, who has been arrested for taking her 6-year-old daughter to the tanning booth. She is charged with
allegedly taking the daughter, right?
Well, no, she confirmed she took her to the tanning booth. Whether she was actually in the booth itself.
She said she took her to the tanning room.
Yeah, the salon, exactly, or in the room. But she denies taking her in there. But she's being charged with second-degree child endangerment after the daughter showed up to school with severe sunburns.
Has anybody seen this woman?
Yeah, I have a picture up of her here, and
the video is insane.
She looks like a cross between the older woman from There's Something About Mary and Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder.
She looks like leather.
Let me see that picture. Wow, B. She looks like an Aborigines.
Wait till the scabs heal on the daughter.
She looks like leather.
So she obviously has some type of unhealthy relationship to tanning.
She said she's admitted that she's addicted to tan.
Yeah, she said she loves the tan, like any kind of way.
And how old is she?
44.
44. She looks 60. Right, and she allegedly took her daughter.
Yeah.
That's some sick shit.
I think one way or another, even if she didn't take her daughter and put her in the tanning booth, like, I'm sure she doesn't believe in, say, sunblock. So if they go to the beach, I'm sure that daughter's just out there, baking in the sun.
But this is a hobby for a lot of, like a lot of these people go hard in the paint for tanning, like, meaning like they have certain type of lotions, like at a certain time they got their jogger pants on, they head to the tanning salon. Some of them don't even put some of them, like, you're supposed to cover your breasts, and down there, so I'm gonna get itchy nipples afterwards. I mean, listen, this girl looks like she was real, like this was a hobby for her.
She was about that life.
She actually said it was part of her errand list. Like the way you guys go to the grocery store, I take my daughter to the tanning salon the same way we go to the grocery store. I think she looks like the female chimp from the Planet of the Apes.
That's crazy. Zora, right? What's her name? Zora? That's crazy, man. Yo,
Looks like
parents.
Goldfinger.
I mean, we subject ourselves to a lot of shit as adults, but we are adults, man. If you have like some type of fetish or some type of unhealthy addiction to whatever, man, keep the kids out of that shit.
Tanning kids need tanning mothers.
Yeah,
But the thing is, she knows she has a problem because her first thing is, I know I do this and I'm addicted to this, but I would never subject my daughter to it. So you already know you're doing wrong.
Wrong, yeah.
You already know you have a problem.
I heard a news clip where she said, "Look at my daughter. She looks like she's never been like she's pale white or some shit like that."
Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
So you know you're doing wrong.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. What's next in the news, man?
Let that girl cook.
Let that girl cook.
We got the world's biggest McDonald's slated to open in London for the Olympic Games this summer. It's going to be open for only 6 weeks, and they're going to audition the employees through X Factor style auditions.
Think about that. The Olympics, the epitome of good shape and health and
corporate sponsors.
Well, all right, but just think about to me, the first thing I thought of was the irony that McDonald's, which is one of the most unhealthiest things you can indulge in.
On Olympic uniforms. I'm sorry, Jess.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's no corporate sponsorship on Olympic uniforms.
But there's
McDonald's makes you probably fucking superhuman. All right.
Well, because of all the chemicals they inject the cows and whatnot with, all the hormones.
The rest of us that can't be superhumans on McDonald's, we were just flawed humans in the first place.
But you know, when you're that young and you're in that incredible shape, it's nothing to eat McDonald's, dude. I'm not saying that that's your complete diet.
I mean, I think Michael Phelps' body's McDonald's.
Yeah.
He's eating like 8,000 calories a day.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's what they eat, dog. So, I could definitely see, like, from a health perspective, the irony of it. But I've been around athletes, and, like, at the end of the day, when they're not training or even after training, motherfuckers are going to McDonald's.
You think they eat McDonald's while they're training?
Yeah.
Yeah?
The calories. I mean, and they're kids. They're kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you're in college, when you're
that's true. You can eat anything when you're a kid, and
exactly.
more than likely
And then when you're working out like that, also, it's nothing.
Right.
It's nothing. So, I mean, that's a pretty interesting story. Yeah.
And finally, we got a 52-year-old motorcycle owner who is suing BMW and Corbin Pacific, claiming a ridged seat installed on his bike caused him an erection that lasted nearly 2 years. I'm sorry, lasted nearly 2 years.
Wait, he had an erection for 2 years?
20 months, actually, but yeah.
Straight up?
Yeah, he said.
How did his manhood not explode?
Now, are there any medical records? Where's A King, man? Can somebody get A King with the sound effects, man?
But this, apparently this guy is going to sue them and try to get compensation for lost wages, personal injury.
Well, he couldn't go to work because he was hard.
He said he couldn't. Like, I think he got. All right, he's 52. I think he got the motorcycle because he's trying to attract maybe some loose-moraled women that will be, that will appeal.
But
to.
Apparently, he didn't get rid of the motorcycle.
He did not get rid of the motorcycle.
I had been riding it.
So the motorcycle, every time he got on it,
I think he might have changed the seat.
He might have been having sex with the motorcycle.
He claimed he couldn't have sex at all, and he actually had to get custom tailored clothing. Like, he said it was so distracting, like walking around with a heart on everywhere he went. He had to get custom pants.
It reminds me of, this is a little something y'all don't know about me, but years ago, I did an independent movie with Melvin Van Peebles. Not Mario, but Melvin.
Porno star.
And the OG.
Good Van Peebles.
Yes. And he did a movie called Vroom about a motorcycle and this kid. And I'm not going to get too much into it, but I played the motorcycle. Look that up.
Numinati.
So the kid was riding on you and
No. The kid,
did he put any gas in you?
You just got to see the movie.
okay.
You just got to see the movie. It's called Vroom Vroom Vroom.
Where you put the gas at?
You're getting too many details right now. Now, Just, you had some news.
Oh man, I don't remember specifics because I was leaving the news to Matt Raz, but a man who I believe was in Vancouver, shout out to Vancouver, was having some tooth trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So he went to go see an ex-girlfriend of his was a dentist.
His ex-girlfriend.
Yes. Who he had left for another woman. If
Jerked her.
mistaken.
He jilted her.
Right. Jilted his ex-girl. Had a cavity. Had something simple, cavity, whatever. Went to go see her. So she said, all right, I got you.
I got you.
Gave him the joint, gave him the laughing gas, came whatever. She gave him laughing gas because he went to sleep.
He went to sleep.
He woke up with no teeth.
No teeth.
None.
Did you hear about this, Dallas?
No. And she said to him, she said, I knew that it would be wrong, but when I looked at his open mouth and I thought the fact that this is the same mouth that he kisses her with,
ooh,
I couldn't help myself.
Ooh.
And she went and she surgically removed every one of his teeth. He woke up like the hamburger, like bang, 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 bang.
Yo, like bang. I mean, but who do you blame in that story, B? Like,
I blame him for one reason.
Yes.
If you know you just left your girl for another girl,
even if
you don't go to see her to get no surgical work done.
Even if you didn't just leave, if you left her 10 years ago.
No, because women by nature are a little crazy.
A lot crazy.
And you get some local anesthesia.
And you being
she just took his teeth out. If she was really angry, she'd have fucking took his teeth out, turned the nigga around, and took his manhood.
What, put all his teeth in his ass?
So she's gonna do jail time. Obviously, she's gonna do jail time.
Yeah, I mean, she's gonna do something.
That's an assault.
Yeah, no. That's You're removing 32 teeth from this man's mouth.
All of us saying that's universal. They're Canadian. That's universal health care.
His new name is Gumby.
She could just claim like, yo, this is universal health care. Now my man could get a whole bridge. He could get that whole shit.
He could get diamond fronts.
Yeah, he's about to get them implants. That's
his new nickname is Gumby.
Gumby, yo, that's fucked up, B.
I was very.
That's fucked up.
I want to just hold my teeth when
that shit is crazy. That's on him. So what are we doing? Are we?
I just want to give a little public service announcement. It's about to be summertime in the city. Okay, link summerstage.org @summerstage. All right, make some summer plans. Get into that. Get some culture. It'll be first Saturday this weekend at the Brooklyn Museum of Art. Every first Saturday, May, June, July. Make sure you catch the Keith Haring exhibit at the Brooklyn Museum of Art. That's gonna be back in. Internet. If you love women and you're not rapey, just go stand on the corner of 59th Street and Lexington Avenue. Okay, the most beautiful women in the world.
And what happens what happens there?
And a young lady from 59th Street in Lexington just walked in the room right now.
Dallas Ben, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yes. Now, before we go into this interview, I know we had a little Twitter exchange, and I was talking about how I remember back in the day, one of my boys told me that he was dating a dime piece.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, right.
Oh, Jasmine Guy.
He walked into the joint with Pam Grier.
Yeah.
When Pam Grier was like in her 40s.
I give him his pounds for that.
And everybody was like, oh. And then my next dude, I guess,
walked in with Jasmine Slide.
Walked in with Jasmine Guy. Niggas is like,
no.
Yeah. So now I think you said you had a story about.
Yo, let me explain something.
Okay.
I'm a very private guy.
Yes.
I'm a very considerate guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that guy.
Right.
I'm not the dude who's in the club down your throat. I'm not the guy who's in the club all in your face with some hot Valentine Ale breath breathing down your neck, trying to get in your pants at the end of the night, okay? I have my own personal life that I don't bring to the nightclub when I'm there working.
And I applaud you for that. I definitely applaud you for that.
And I'm not saying that to pop my collar. I'm saying that to prove my next point.
Right.
I'm very respectful. No applause.
Okay.
Very respectful. When I come across somebody who's a part of my childhood or part of my upbringing, I like to pay that person that respect, because if it wasn't for that person, I might not be where I'm at right now. And that comes from anything.
Right.
You know, like Dwayne Wayne was the person who inspired me to have all the Jordans. You know, Bill Cosby inspired my sweater game, which is me. You know what I mean? Like, and that, all those things are part of who I am right now.
Every action creates ripples throughout the universe,
and all of those things become the sum of the parts that make you up.
Right.
So one night I'm in Atlanta on business. I had just presented an award at Soul Train. Afterwards, I had a meeting at Frank Ski's. Big shout out to Frank Ski. So at Frank Ski's, for those who don't know, it's kind of like a restaurant / lounge, a little dance. And people dance. Frank will get on the ones and twos himself, and get busy on tables, and people will dance and just have a good time. So I go outside to make a phone call. I come back in. As I'm going to meet my peoples, I see a familiar face from across the restaurant. Or no, I'm sorry, by the bar. And as I get closer, I realize it's Whitley Gilbert, Jasmine Guy.
Jasmine Guy.
So I'm like, oh wow. I used to tape a different world. The first like 2 or 3 years when a different world premiered, my routine was I would tape a different world. I would tape Living Color on Sunday nights and tape a different world. I think it was on Thursday nights.
Right after the Cosby Show.
Right after the Cosby Show. Right. So she's actually not that far from where my destination is. So I just wanted to stop and pay a little respect. Hey, I grew up on you. Thank you for everything. Appreciate it. Love your show. And keep it moving. The same way I would want somebody to approach me, because I don't like when people take up too much of my time. Right. So I approach her, and she's actually right next to the table we're at. And I'm like, excuse me. Kept on dancing. Excuse me. And I'm not, yo, ma, yo, short. No, none of that. Excuse me. I'm just... wouldn't give me the time of day. But mind you, here's the kicker. She's shaking her ass to one of my records. Right? Petey Crack is doing Freeway is doing the Just Blaze. Get together, mujeres. She said she blow la la. So I'm like, the irony that this broad is trying to play me like I got a flower pot on my head.
And this is your record.
Like your name was Lenny Lampshade.
Exactly. So eventually I said, you know what, I'm cool. And as I went to go turn around, she at least made the time to give me the hand. To tell me to talk to the hand.
Talk to the hand.
And I was just like, I was dumbfounded because I'm like, hey, it's not like there's a line of dudes trying to harass you or holler at you tonight.
Right.
Nobody's really paying you that much mind because you're probably somewhat of a regular in here or in this older Atlanta scene.
I've seen pictures. She hasn't aged well.
I was about to say, time has not been
I'm not going to go to the slander. But
time has not been too kind to her.
Time has not been kind.
Right.
The lines, the age is starting to show.
The cigarettes.
The branches are starting to crack.
The age is starting to show.
The bark is starting to fall off the tree.
Menthol cigarettes. A lot of menthol cigarettes.
That's what it is?
Newport is taking its toll.
Now that reminds me.
Cool. That reminds
me of this video that I saw just today. Did you ever see this video with Chameleonaire? Talking about how he does not fuck with Michael Jordan.
Yes. And Michael Jordan, we all gave you enough money and and enough people have been killed in your name and whatnot for you to turn around
and steal on Chameleonaire
and whatnot for you to not get a homie Chameleonaire a time of day for 2 seconds.
Well, it wasn't that he didn't give him.
He was about to steal on him.
No, Chameleonaire was about to steal on Jordan.
No, Jordan was going to steal on Chameleonaire first.
I would have just ripped the hoop earring out his ear.
Story is this is a story, and you could Google it. But Chameleonaire is a big fan of Michael Jordan. He had seen him someplace. I think he was standing next to Spike Lee in a whole nine. He just wanted to come up to Mike. I think he had just bid $7,000 on a Michael Jordan jersey.
Right.
And he won that bid. So he wanted to at least shake hands with Michael Jordan. Now, Michael Jordan was up in the club all night taking pictures with chicks and this and that. So when
I bet you don't know them chicks own Jordans.
I'm sure they don't. So when Chameleonaire approached Jordan, it sounded like he approached Jordan the same way he approached Jasmine Guy.
No, he told me this story.
And Michael Jordan's response was like, I don't take pictures with niggas.
Now see, here's my thing. It's two things. Just really quick, because I know we got to move on.
Yes.
But it's two things. They always tell you, somebody always told me, never meet your heroes. And if you have a chance to, don't engage them. And I learned that lesson.
That's a wise wisdom.
But it's true. Because Run also played me like I had a flower pot on my head when I was much younger. And I'm not...
I heard about Run.
Yeah, and we don't have time to get into that. But D was super cool. J Master J was super cool. Run treated me like I was Lazarus. Like I had leprosy. Like if he touched me, his fingers was gonna zombie up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which wasn't cool. But now here's the thing: as somebody who's also been on the flip side of that,
right?
We all have
you ever played somebody, or do you think you've ever played somebody?
You know what the funny thing is? I've never consciously played somebody.
Right.
I've had people come back and tell me after the fact on Twitter. This happened to me twice, where they were like, "Yo, you know, you're an asshole," and I'm like,
"Who do you think you are?"
Yeah, and I'm like, "Yo, I've never actually consciously played anybody." And they're like, "Well, I tried to talk to you as such and such. You walked by like I didn't exist." And I said, "To be honest, I probably didn't. A, I didn't realize you were there, and B, I'm human too. I might just be having a bad day." But one thing I would,
you might be engaged.
I might be engaged.
Right.
But one thing that I would never do. This is the last thing I would say. One thing that I would never do is sit there and turn to somebody and say, "I don't take pictures with niggas." And another thing I would do is never give somebody the hand like I'm too good to acknowledge their existence as a human being.
Yeah. Well, that's a good story.
Thank you, sir.
That's a good story. And now, how much time do we have?
Y'all like when the security guard saw Just Blaze yesterday? Security guard was just like, Just Blaze?
And when people do that, I give them the nod and I keep it moving.
That's it. And they don't.
You know what? We're going to go to a music break because our guest, Monet Divine, just arrived.
Wow.
And, we don't want to rush the interview. Usually we end at 12, but I understand you went through a lot to get here.
We need to take a music break now, Monet, so we can last longer. It's true.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
It's true.
Internet, you're tuned into the Combat Jack.
Thinking about baseball. Thinking about baseball. Thinking about baseball. Oh, damn, Monet Divine. Damn.
www.pnc radio.fm.
F your radio.
F your radio.
F your radio. F your radio.
We have our lovely guest, Monet Divine, on the Combat Jack Show. Featuring Dallas Man. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you guys?
I'm doing very good. Now, I understand you had to go through some drama to get here tonight?
Oh, my Lord. The Brooklyn Bridge has the craziest detour. I had to even Instagram it. I was like, yo, this is insane.
Now, was this Occupy Wall Street detour or just construction detour?
I have no idea.
After midnight, Brooklyn Bridge is closed.
Yeah, it's closed.
Around like 11:45.
From 11 to 5.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. Yes. So people do not get on the Brooklyn Bridge, or don't try.
Yes, stay away from that. Well, it's a pleasure to have you. You look great.
Thank you.
Now, how have you been?
I've been all right. I've actually been all right. You know, I look great a lot. I think I look better now that I'm older than when I did when I was younger.
Really? Is that what you're getting?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting.
Where are you from?
I'm from San Diego, California.
Okay, and what brings you to the East Coast?
Actually, I moved.
Did you know Junior Seau?
Did I know No, I didn't. I didn't. But you want to hear something really funny? I grew up in foster homes, and my brother actually got adopted by him.
Really?
Yeah.
And you never got to meet Junior Seau?
I never got to meet him. I definitely never got to meet him. But
that's why he killed himself.
I did. Oh Lord, did he?
Yeah.
Did you hear the news?
If he'd have met you today,
it was announced today.
I got something to live for.
He shot himself in the
I want to live.
Oh, that is horrible.
It was announced today that they found his body and they found a shotgun, right?
Yeah.
Shotgun to the chest.
And it looked like it was. We were just talking about that when you got here. So
this is the craziest thing.
The police think your brother did it.
You're horrible.
How are you going to joke about that?
Horrible.
Come on, Dallas.
She's so beautiful.
Oh, my Lord.
I just want to see that range of emotions.
You're just acting giddy because she's here, right? No, but it is really like you should
That's
definitely
really
reach
true.
out. Yeah,
oh my God,
it is
I'm gonna
really,
have to look that up. I'm definitely
so condolences, actually.
Yeah, I never met him, but
yeah,
condolences to him.
I understand you've been in the game for 10 years now.
10 years.
How's the game been treating you?
I actually retired about almost 2 years ago.
Okay.
So, but while I was in it, I would say it had its ups and downs.
Right.
I'll be personally honest with you. The ethnic girls don't get half as much love as the white girls.
Which is crazy to me.
It's a racist industry.
Well, it's a racist world.
It definitely is a racist world.
It's definitely a racist world.
I'll tell you, the porn industry is back in segregation days.
Right. So is television.
Huh?
So is Hollywood. So is media.
I tell you what, in segregation days, you could have got inside the house.
I probably would have.
Okay.
I probably would have been the one banging the slave master.
You would have been the one. You are the one. We are here with the one. We got the cheat code on one, and we got the one on the other.
Cheat code and the one.
So you're being really honest though, because from what you hear, I'm not saying that people paint a perfect picture. But you're just coming out front and just saying it's not what it's all cracked up to be.
Well, I mean, you spend so many years, glorifying it.
Right.
And not that I have anything against it. I believe in the industry. I feel like sex is beautiful. Everybody should have it. Everybody should be open with who they are, whether you're gay or straight or, whatever. I think sex is an amazing thing. But the way the industry works, I feel like should, be put out there.
Right.
You feel like you see all the white movies, but then you see black street hookers.
Right.
Come on, we can't get any better than that.
So there's no white street hookers. Well, it's kind of like that thing where we have BET, but there's no WET. But then I tell people every station is WET.
Of course.
So that's the differentiation.
Do you feel like the white actors and actresses get better storylines?
Well, the white actors and actresses, yeah, they do get better storylines.
So,
you see them.
A typical storyline for you, Monet Divine, is you got picked up off the street.
Basically.
Let me ask you
Basically.
You never got to be a sexy librarian?
Actually, no.
You need to come out of retirement for that one. Me and you gonna do that one.
Okay, we could do that. I'll be your sexy librarian.
No. I'm directing.
you're behind the scenes.
Yeah, I gotta put a real nerd on you.
Okay.
Does anybody actually watch porn for the storylines, Premium Pete?
I don't think so.
all the way up.
Come on, Thirst.
Yeah, I mean, she goes way back. This girl, you know.
Do you remember Solveig?
Wait. The question was, does anybody really watch porn for the storyline?
I only watch porn for the storyline.
For the storyline,
like only watch.
Now that's what somebody told me, that you only watch it for the storyline.
So
that's
you
correct.
stop at the sex. You stop there. You go to the storyline.
You only watch porn for the storyline?
No, that's right. Like, listen, you know what it is? I'm a picky person, so it'll take me 45 minutes to really decide if I really want to fuck with this video. You know, I seen you with Tia Sweets.
It takes you 40 minutes to realize
I seen you with Tia Sweets. Jasmine Cashmere.
I love Jasmine.
Yeah, I love her too.
Yeah, I'm so sad that she's gone.
Where did that come from?
Now, how does one get into the porn industry?
Honestly, now I feel like it's a little bit easier.
Right.
Back in the day, you used to have to go find an agent.
I applied for that back in the day.
Do an interview. Yeah. Oh, did you?
A black book. You had to have a black book or something like that?
What happened?
Did you really?
Yeah, I swear to God.
To be in it or to be an agent?
No, to be a porno star.
To be
I had a stage name and everything.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Yo, you are.
You're on my stage name.
Was this before or after?
Wait, I gotta hear this
way
stage
before.
name. What's the stage name?
Jack Hammer.
Nice. Jack Hammer.
Oh, wrong, man.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
So what happened was I went into the city. Lower East Side, and I had to buy a black book. You ever heard of this thing, the little black book? Like,
no.
I'm telling you, it's where like agencies, supposedly you buy the book and they give you numbers of agencies.
Baby, they played you.
No, they didn't play me because there was a couple other people. And
there was other people that bought a black book?
Nah, we went to so we went. I actually even got called.
You got called. What?
No, just from the agency point of view.
Oh, okay.
And
because you bought the book.
Because I bought the book. You know,
this was like the IAR.
It's that pyramid shit.
Let me be personally honest with you.
Yeah.
You definitely didn't need to buy a black book.
Okay.
You can actually go online and search porn agency, and over 1,000 of them will come up.
He's a lot older. He's a lot older.
How old is a lot older?
This was 17 years ago.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you might have needed a black book.
This was like I was online with my Texas.
This is when people was having sex with dust.
Yeah.
Yo, Jack Hammer, huh?
Jack Hammer.
Behind the green door.
This is the Combat Jack show featuring Dallas Penn and Jack Hammer.
Now, I want to interview Monet, but all of a sudden now, I find out you was an aspiring porn star.
Aspiring.
Yo, could you imagine? Could you imagine if he would have got that? He would have still been doing 18-year-olds right now.
I mean,
in the ass.
Yes, in the ass.
I mean,
why
not?
Pause. Pause.
No pause to doing any of those girls in the ass. Okay. But especially Jasmine Cashmere.
Yeah, Jasmine likes it in her
So
ass.
you know your porn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You would have been co-owner.
He sounds like he knows his porn.
Hey, yo, Combat, you ever got a pound from Premium Pete? Like, he gives you the solid, like,
hey.
All right. Anyway.
Hey, yo.
So
A-King reminiscence.
let's get back to Monet. Growing up, did you have aspirations of doing porn, or what did you want to be when you were growing up?
Growing up, to be personally honest with you, I wanted to be a veterinarian.
A veterinarian.
I did.
And
because you know how to take care of cats.
I do know how to take care of cats, though.
And then, so how did you go from wanting to be a vet to being a porn star?
Honestly, I kind of just got trapped into the industry.
Right.
I was, out in Vegas and doing the strip club thing, and like I said, I grew up in foster homes. So,
and you're really beautiful.
Options.
You are actually
Thank
beautiful.
I appreciate
What's your background?
I'm Puerto Rican and Irish.
Okay, excellent. So you got caught up.
Yeah, I did. I kind of got caught up into the whole dancing in Vegas and the survival skills, and I went to an AVN Awards, and I remember Jack Napier was like, "Yo, you need to do porn." Figured, what the hell? I didn't have any family or any kids to hurt, so there you go.
Now, one question that I have, because I know that I've had these debates with certain people, is porn a victimless industry or not? Because there's both sides. Some people say that everyone who does porn does it willingly, but then you hear that, it is still the objectification and all of that shit.
I would say that there are victims in porn. I mean, there are girls that, maybe came from escorting or prostitution or, you know, pimps
and porn is a step up.
Boyfriends, and porn is a step up.
Right.
And, you know, they were pushed into the industry, and it's either they get into the industry and they realize that, you know, it is a step up and they don't need that person that pushed them in to be there anymore, or they sink. You know, it's either going to be one of the two. But I would say, yeah, there's a lot of victims in porn.
Now, do you think you yourself was a victim?
There's victims on the welfare line.
There's victims everywhere.
There's victims in retail.
But you got to understand though, when you talk about sex, it doesn't get more raw than that. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like dealing with people's, you know, just base emotions. And I'm not trying to make a judgment on it. You're just dealing with raw emotions. I mean, it doesn't get more raw than sex. Or murder. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I think murder kind of...
Murder takes the cake.
Murder takes the cake on the rung, but it still doesn't get more...
But no, yeah, porn is, you know, an emotional business. But as far as being a porn star, and see, people don't understand there's a difference. There's a difference between a girl that does porn and being a porn star.
Okay.
A porn star cuts her emotions off.
Right.
There is no emotion when it comes to sex. You're an actor. You are there to do a job. You're not there to have pleasure and have an orgasm and fuck everything you see. No, you are there to do a job. It's going to accumulate a paycheck.
Right.
And that's what you're there for. And when you leave that set, you should still be a lady.
Right.
You know, you shouldn't be in the street,
But
you know, taking your top off.
From the jump? Like, was that your attitude from the jump, or did it take time to transition to that?
It does. It does. I did not understand that my first
So did
year.
you have orgasms the first couple porns you shot?
I wouldn't say I did, because I was still uncomfortable with who I was as a person. My self-esteem still had issues. So, I mean, I was uncomfortable on set all the time. You know, so my first couple years, but it was still fun. It was like the attention was fun. It was fun being there. And then I started seeing the drama. You know what I mean? This circle is so small, and you're told that these are the people you're going to associate with because no one else is going to accept you. So you associate in that circle, and it's a lot of drama in that circle. And then you have to learn that you are really there to do a job, and that's it. You know, you don't take your job home with you. And that's what it starts to become when you become a porn star.
Let me ask you this. When you meet guys outside of this, especially now that you've retired, but they're aware of who you are, what you do you run into the problem where some of my friends who do what you have done run into the problem where they think that the girl that they're kicking it to, the girl that they're dating, is the girl that they see on TV or that they saw on the internet?
Yeah, I've definitely ran into that problem quite a few times, boy.
How do you handle that?
I mean, you either you're going to deal with that person in a long term, and they're going to have to realize that you're not that person, that's just an act, just like meeting any other actor. Or if that person can't figure that out, then, you know, they don't deserve to be around. And that's just what it is.
Now, what are some of your better experiences in porn? Like some of your like some of your memorable scenes or some memorable jobs that you've done. Like, what is
Tender Ass Loving 4 and 5?
Yeah, you know what? You know I'm gonna steal that name from you.
I mean,
I'm definitely gonna have to put that. Is that out? Is that a movie?
I think you should produce that.
I sure will.
Okay.
Me and Pete should actually produce that.
I will be watching.
Joint venture.
I mean,
You guys are gonna do that?
I think you should come back and we're gonna make a whole list of new names. Forrest
Hey,
Hump,
you know what?
Batman and Throbbing.
I just
Booty
opened
and
up
the
a
Beast.
production company.
Really?
I did. I just opened up a production company, and the website is being done.
Listen.
And I do need names for movies, and I would love to come back and do that with you guys.
Don't sell out to the man over here. You got it.
But these days, do they still use the parody titles as much, or is it more about just literal descriptions of what happens?
I would say it's more literal descriptions
Like the internet
of what
kind
happens.
of ruined like the punny titles.
The internet ruined porn, period. Like it did. Cut and dry.
How
The
so?
internet ruined porn.
Now, you came in during the age of home video, not
Yes.
theaters.
Yes.
VHS,
Vivid video.
More so DVDs, right? You came in during the age of DVDs. So going from DVDs, which is still kind of brick and mortar, to now internet, how did the game change?
The game has changed so much that I would say I was in, and I can't remember the name of the chicken place, but it was in the city. And I'm sitting there and I'm eating, and this child, and I'm going to call him a child because I don't know if I would consider myself a MILF at this age or whatever, but I'm not young.
Right.
We're going to put that out there. I'm not a little girl anymore. And this child had to be no more than 17 years old.
17 years old.
And he walks up to me. He's like, oh my God, you're my favorite porn star. I watched you yesterday. I've been retired for 2.5 years. Are you serious? And he would have swore to you that I just did that movie.
Right. But the internet is forever. That's what you gotta remember.
Exactly.
Forever.
That's what changed the game.
Right.
Is you have veteran girls that are retired and gone and
Who can
kids
still get some bread.
Who? No, we don't get any money.
Oh.
Wouldn't it be great? It would be great if porn came with residuals.
So that's what it is. It's the lack of residuals.
It's the lack of residuals, and it's the lack of the fact that you can't. It's hard to sell anything in porn anymore because you can find so much of it for free.
Of course.
So who's buying DVDs?
So you saw a shift in what you were making. Basically.
I did.
And at what point did you decide, you know what, this is enough?
I actually moved to New York, and it wasn't that I necessarily decided that it was enough. There's just no porn industry in New York.
In New York, right.
Like, there
so
isn't
why didn't you go back out west?
I kind of got, fell in love with your city.
Right. I gotta tell you, the porn industry started here in New York. The porn industry started here in New York in the early 70s. When you talk about Marilyn Chambers,
it did.
And you talk about
Broadway, 42nd
Johnny
Street.
Keys, Jackie Robinson of porn, Johnny Keys, Google him. But I think, Monet, your next lane for porn is in porn supper theater. like a dinner theater, intimate setting, 300 people. Monet Divine little storyline where
porn supper theater.
Is
that even legal?
People eat while they watch live porn.
I don't think people want to eat while they watch porn.
Well, okay, but maybe it'll be past hors d'oeuvres.
Like a good steak dinner.
I mean,
if you go back to like the Roman days when they'd be having orgies and cake.
Yeah, they did.
Caligula.
Thank you, Combat.
Yeah, but you were
supper
participating. You weren't watching.
Porn supper theater.
You were eating cake while you was getting your cake.
Exactly. You were definitely participating.
I don't know if I want to eat a steak dinner and watch ass back shots.
I want to eat sushi.
Yeah, but you got to name
smell ass.
But I might eat.
I want to smell burning latex and ass cheek.
No, you don't.
With steak, right?
Trust me. No, you don't. You don't want to smell.
Yeah, but you got to name.
You love stink.
We got to make, like, for instance, imagine a restaurant with certain entrees like the Mone Divine. You know what I mean?
I like that.
I would take the Mone Divine with some asparagus on the side.
What about some butt nachos? Some jalapeno pussy poppers.
Yeah, I can't even get back on
Matt Raz.
I can't even get back
on one-liners.
Monet, did you ever have to deal with
porn
stinky balls?
supper theater.
Did I ever have to? Yeah.
Yeah, and how do you act through that? How do you act through being revolved?
You are at work, and that's what it is. And you hope that you have your baby wipes in your bag.
Right. So a lot of
are there hygiene rules like in porn? Like I know they have certain.
Honestly, there are to a certain extent. I mean, I've seen girls get kicked off of sets because
Wow.
Yeah,
how you come to set with your joints stinking?
Yeah, I mean it's mainly new girls and they don't know any better. Same thing with new guys. Like a lot of veterans don't like to work with new people because new people just don't really know what they're doing.
They don't know the routine.
They don't know the routine.
So what are tips of hygiene for like an up and coming porn actor?
Summer's Eve's wipe.
Yeah, Summer's Eve wipes are good.
Do you not eat a couple of days before so that you don't have to wipe any residue or anything
well,
like that?
When you're doing anal, for one, you don't eat for at least 3 days ahead of time. Like, that's right off the bat. You know, you're definitely, and you take Imodium AD. Take as much Imodium AD as physically possible.
Wait. I missed that part for a minute. What does Imodium AD do?
Imodium AD stops you. It makes you constipated, basically. So if you're a female and you're getting ready to do an anal scene and you're new to the industry, Imodium AD is your best friend.
I never knew that. I'll tell you, every one of my girls are going to be drinking Imodium.
You want to pack that
now.
Unless you're making a German movie, in which case you want the stuff to come out.
No, he's insane.
He's definitely insane.
In a German movie, you want the opposite. You want it to flow.
Nah, I don't think anybody wants to see that.
Germany.
In some places they do. In some places,
I mean, there is that
scattered to that.
Well, I mean, you got people that do horses too.
Yeah, that's
bestiality.
I was scarred with that early. I once saw that dude threw the burlap sack over his back, and the horse got behind
on him.
My assistant and one of my old assistants had.
Don't blame your assistant.
He went. Had a thing for horse porn. After he was going, I was cleaning out the laptop.
Combat, just please.
Assistant.
Yes,
and not my current assistant.
On your laptop.
Shout outs to Juan.
On your laptop.
It was on the office laptop.
Okay, on the office laptop.
And he had about 20-something gigs of porn. This was back in the days of 40-gig hard drive.
Right.
Wow.
So half the hard drive was full of porn.
So what'd you do?
Lord.
I watched it.
But
I was...
No.
But
You
I was...
watched one or you went
No,
through
I watched that.
Okay.
I watched that one and I was like...
That's his business computer. He can
This
watch.
is really happening.
So while you were watching it, did you...
I was in pain just watching it.
So
yeah.
It's
like,
not.
It's a horse.
It's
like,
not
yeah,
even
yeah.
You
that.
see, the horse is this.
Oh,
The horse is like
That's
this.
how it sounds right
yes,
there.
that's how it sounded.
Amari
Like the
Stoudemire.
Yeah,
That's how I
you
felt.
haven't seen anything till you've seen it live.
I have a question.
Well, when
You've
you
seen horse porn live?
I've seen the donkey show live.
Why were you
in
there?
Mexico?
Oh, okay.
I grew up in San Diego, so we used to go across the border on
Go
the
to
weekends.
Tijuana and see the
Oh
donkey
no,
show.
that's not okay. It's not
You was
okay.
getting your Jay Silent Bob on.
like pause in advance.
That's where combat. That's where we gotta serve the butt nachos. At the supper porn theater.
No.
So
donkey show scene.
Pause in advance. How huge is a donkey?
Oh my lord. I like 4 of these.
I don't want to drink this.
A few of those.
And that's kind of intimidating.
Yeah.
So what's the most intimidating scene you've ever done?
Honestly, I don't think there ever has been one. I mean, I know people used people used to talk crazy.
gangbang?
They used to be like, Monet is so little. Mind you, I'm only 5 feet tall.
And how much you weigh?
Well, right now, right now I'm actually smaller than I've ever been in my life,
Okay.
which is crazy, but I'm about 125 pounds.
Good.
So,
A beautiful 125 pounds.
Sit and spin.
Yeah.
So going back, so you were never intimidated by it?
I was never intimidated. I was teased for a long time that I wouldn't be able to do Mandingo, and I actually did him anally. I mean, I just see it.
Now, does that hurt? Doesn't that hurt?
It's really hard to face.
But doesn't that hurt?
No.
Because you prepared.
I mean, I don't know. I guess.
So
Isn't there a fable that little chicks like bigger dicks?
Right,
I don't
little
know.
chicks, their whole cavity, their whole
little
body
chicks.
cavity is penis zone.
Yeah, we just go
Like that's
in.
why you need a fat girl just for them walls to come closer.
Now,
Little chick, that whole thing.
So you've never had fear of like...
the whole crew could go inside Monet Divine right now and record from inside her.
Fear of a black
And she wouldn't even be.
That is a horrible thing.
But professionally.
But, okay, I got you. I got you. I understood where that was
That
coming
leads
from.
right up to my question. So my question to you, I have 2 questions actually.
By the way, Twitter is saying that the thirst on Premium Pete right now is at an
on
all-time
Premium
high.
Pete just tried to sneak in with a question.
tilt.
Premium Pete tried to sneak in with a question.
Sorry, don't move. We Instagram it. Damn, my phone died.
So anyway,
Instagram.
so what's your question, Pete?
What's your question,
At
Premium?
Just Blades on Instagram for the thirst.
What's your question?
It's not about my question. It's about real life shit. What I want to know from you is, what is your greatest moment you ever had in porn history, like in scenes, like your greatest moment, and then follow up with that your worst, experience that you ever had.
My greatest moment had to be to do D. I know you know who D is.
Oh, I mean-
my lord, D. Oh,
And I don't know.
And Nikki Fairchild.
Who's D? Who's D?
What? Are you guys kidding?
I don't know.
I don't really know
Dallas
porn.
I watch a lot of porn, but I don't know the penis.
D is the first ethnic female that was ever signed to a porn company, and she was signed to Video Team. She's Puerto Rican, and she's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And I got
Insane looking, insane
I thought
acting.
Seika was the first ethnic.
insane
hold up.
looks and everything.
Right.
She's just a really gorgeous girl in her time. She's a little older now because she was older then. But she had always been one of my favorites. I had just always seen
So
pictures
you
of her.
studied this before you got into it.
Well, I mean, I had watched porn before I got into it. Yeah, of course.
Watched one,
But this was somebody that
More
you
and
than
that one happened to be with D.
More than one.
Okay.
But this was somebody that you looked up to.
Yeah, that
And
was
you
somebody that I
admired,
really
and then you
wanted
had-
to meet,
right.
and yeah,
And it was fun.
yeah, it was a lot of
Now,
fun.
did you, in a sense, lose yourself though? And because I know that's a no with porn stars.
I wouldn't say I necessarily lost myself.
But you enjoyed it.
I like girls
Right.
a lot.
more than you like men? Do you like girls more than you like men?
No, I love men just as much as I love girls, but I love my men to be with other girls. So if we can just all do it together, then I'm good.
This is a perfect girl. Let me tell you.
Right. Do you watch football?
Pete's thirst meter.
Oh my God.
50 million degrees.
I will find someone that will say the same shit that you said.
Now, Monet, what was your worst experience?
I actually don't think I've had a worse experience.
Ever?
No. That's
Sweaty balls
really funny. No, I mean, even that doesn't bother me.
Anybody anybody ever gag and throw up?
What do you mean as far as
like during the sex scene, anybody ever gag and throw up or anything like
gagging,
that?
isn't that part of like what shit?
Yeah,
but they're throwing up.
I did ghetto gaggers, and yeah, they gag you and make you throw up.
They make you throw up.
Yeah.
And is that fun?
I'm not gonna say it's necessarily fun, but I mean, I've always been borderline, like into like I love the choking, I love to be spit on, smack me, call me filthy names.
In real life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do that at home. I do that at home. Actually, I think I scare my boyfriend sometimes. He's here, and I think I scare him a lot of the time. He's a little younger, and I think I kind of freak him out.
Is he possessive of you? Because, I mean, you are a gorgeous girl.
No, he's not.
Okay.
He's not.
I don't think any man in that position could be that and like still last in the situation.
You come into the game knowing what you're doing.
Yeah, no, he definitely did. He definitely came into it knowing what it was, and he's very open to it. Like I said, though, we go to swing clubs, and, you know, I'll pick out a girl and be like, hey, go fuck her. And, you know, that's just what it is.
All right. Wow. Okay. So you're kind of raising him in a sense. Yeah, you are.
I wouldn't say that. I've probably ruined him.
Right. I wouldn't say ruined him, but you've opened him to a lot.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever go to a regular chick.
Right. And you kind of have a leg up now because you know that.
Literally.
No pun intended. No pun intended.
Oh, pun intended.
But whoever you date.
Intended.
You're a hard act to follow.
I probably am.
Good for you.
I think I am. I mean, I cook, I clean, I do what I'm told, and,
wait. Let me tell you something, internets. Let me explain something.
One at a time at the mic. One at a time at the mic.
Pete has something to say.
I have something to say. Do you understand what this fucking girl is saying? Okay, she likes to clean.
All right,
Jack.
She likes to cook.
I'm a neat
swallow. Anal. We'll let you fuck anybody else.
Watches football,
and we'll gurgle your nuts.
Okay, Monet. Now I've noticed that there's a trend among certain porn stars that female porn stars tend to be like geeks. Also, are you a geek? Like, do you like science fiction or superheroes?
I do. I love science fiction. I was in front of the TV for the whole Walking Dead series, and then I went and bought the comic book.
You bought the comic book?
Oh my
God!
Chill out, Jack.
It's over.
Jack, you're a married man.
Greatest show
You just
ever.
set the new standard.
Yo,
just
the
being
greatest
female.
show ever. Tell me, The Walking Dead is not the most insane thing you've ever watched. I've always loved zombie movies. So when they made it a series, I was in front of TV like, oh my God. But I'm going to tell you something else. I love Shameless because it's fucking dirty. You know what I mean? I love all those shits. House of Lies. Best show ever.
Okay.
So
Once Upon a Time.
And then I love to read.
Revenge.
You know?
What do you read?
Oh God, everything. But I'm into like your old school slavery stories. I'm part of Oprah's book club.
Nice.
I mean, yeah.
Their eyes will watch out. So your boyfriend, that's your tea cake right there.
Huh?
Your boyfriend is your tea cake.
My tea cake.
From Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston.
Oh, I haven't
See
read
how
that
I told you he was
you
a
put me up on some game.
Bougie.
All right,
your boyfriend's name is Tea Cake.
So let's get back to now. So you just opened up your production company.
I did.
And what's the name of your production company?
It's HRH Media.
HRH Media.
Yes.
And what are you going to be doing with this production company?
Well, we're going to do a lot of different things. You know, we're right now we're working on a networking site / adult site. I didn't want to just do a porn site because that's what everybody does. I actually wanted to do a media networking site that instead of you just reading a review on the model,
you get to fuck it.
See the review of the model. She puts together a video portfolio.
Shit.
And you book her through that. Same thing with DJs.
So it's like
same
a reel.
thing with artists. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You have to have sex with the DJs too? Signing
the networking part
Just
actually
Blaze.
hasn't have anything.
You signing me? Nah,
He's signing
chill.
you out.
So you've launched your production company as well.
We've launched the production company. The website will be up mid-July.
Okay.
So probably around my birthday, I'm gonna keep.
When's your birthday?
All that. My birthday's July 22nd.
Okay, excellent. So, what else do we need to know about what you're working on right now?
Honestly, besides that, I am doing a nonprofit organization to inspire younger people to start getting HIV tested. So we'll start campaigning that on Twitter, and when you give your HIV test, we'll actually send you a gift card from a different company. We'll probably start off small because I'm funding it all myself. So I'm actually looking for people to kind of get on board, maybe different artists, celebrities.
I feel like there's a lot of places you could partner with who are already doing that you could just expand the awareness to.
Exactly.
Without having to come out your own pocket to do it.
That's the key, huh?
That is the key.
OPM, other people's money.
So ultimately, you're making all these changes, and it's great to see that you're in the driver's seat right now, that nobody is possibly exploiting you. But not only are you taking control of your career, but it doesn't seem like you're exploiting people that are going to be working for and under you.
Oh, no, I definitely don't want to do that.
So where's Monet Divine in 10 years?
Hopefully married with a bunch of kids. Cleaning the house. Hopefully. 10 years, I'm going to be pretty old.
Old is a state of mind. But listen.
I'm going to be an ultimate cougar.
Listen, you have been a great guest.
Thank you.
I wish we had more time. If you have anything that you...
I wish I had more hands.
Monet, do you think Brian McKnight
Dallas is not going to let
right
us...
person to teach people how to squirt?
Honestly,
do you squirt?
I do squirt.
Wow.
I do squirt. But
Did Brian McKnight teach you?
I've only squirted
Or
at
Yeezy?
home. Brian McKnight did not teach me, but I do love the fact that Brian McKnight is. I hope it's not fake. I really hope he does come out with that.
The song came out.
The song came out.
The song
I
came
want
out.
him to come out with the whole album.
The mixtape.
I'm actually.
Are you working on this mixtape, Just?
I'm not working on this mixtape.
No,
Do you want to work on the mixtape?
He ain't holler at me.
But would you work on the mixtape?
I might.
Yeah, you want to teach women how to make their pussy work.
I'd have to get some approvals first, but I can maybe make that work.
You gotta give it to him though. Brian McKnight sung the shit out of that song.
I mean, it's just I think it was also just the irony of the fact that it being Brian McKnight doing it.
Yeah.
Makes it all that much more insane.
I'm actually glad that that record is not a 99-cent record. It's $1.29.
Is
so
it?
it's a premium record.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, he wants his money.
Yeah, he wants his money.
I love the record. I actually think I'm gonna make that my theme song.
Really?
I do. I think I'm gonna make that my ringtone or
there
something.
you go.
I'm
gonna go give Brian McKnight my $1.30 right now.
Well, anyway.
I think I'm gonna go give him mine too.
There's a lot of thirst going on, so I'm gonna ask members of my crew, are there any more questions? I don't want to cut y'all off. Ben Hameen, do you have any question? Premium will
ask questions all night.
Well, I'm not asking questions. I mean, listen.
What do you want to say?
I'm a fan of porn. Listen, Jackhammer, Aspire,
Have you watched her movies?
Absolutely. What are you talking about? Have I watched?
And did you like the plot? Did you like the plot and the story with her movies?
Listen, her Jasmine Cashmere, I told you, Tia Sweets. Oh, there you go.
He's got him on. We got the phone on too. That's a sexy song.
Dallas, any questions?
Hey, I didn't say I was done yet.
I'm sorry.
Favorite position?
What is my favorite position? Doggy, with your hands around my neck.
Absolutely. Yo, listen, whatever this girl does, internet support that shit. Because if you could spit on a girl, choke her, slap her, and then, listen.
And then, wait, bust a nut, and then she'll get up and go cook you some dinner.
Yes.
That's a keeper.
What you do?
Pete needs a moment. Pete
is out of here.
He's out of here.
Dallas, any questions?
Monet, would you ever do a 4X porn?
What the hell is a 4X porn?
With animals?
Oh, no.
That must involve animals and people.
Like a falcon.
No.
Like a condor or something.
Yo, did he say falcon?
A falcon, yo. All right, that's it.
Oh, my Lord.
Just, you got anything to say?
No, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate you.
Welcome.
Monet, you know where to find us. We're here every Wednesday.
I have to come back so we can make up some names.
Definitely. And if you have anything that you want featured, like when your production company, your site launches, come through.
Oh, definitely. And they gotta log on to the site. The site, like I said, will be up soon. MonetDivine.xx.com.
Okay.
And of course, I have to shout out the High Fires Club.
Why didn't you get MonetDivine.com? .xxx.
I did. Monet Divine XXX.com.
No, but forget the .com. Just
.xxx.
Triple X.
You know what?
Those are available now.
I think we do on that too.
Make sure you get it, because if you don't get it, somebody else will, and then they'll try to sell it to you.
Yo, you know what? That's what happened to me the first time.
Yeah, make sure
somebody sold you your name.
They tried to sit on your joint.
They tried or they did sell you.
They definitely tried.
Okay.
They definitely tried. Thank God I had a really good lawyer.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Well, listen, welcome to the Combat Jack Show.
Thank you.
I want to see you again. You seem like a very sweet girl.
Thank you. You definitely will see me again. I would love to come back.
Definitely. Thank you. Guys, another episode. Dallas.
But I cannot believe it. It
A falcon,
stop.
Dallas?
A condor. A condor.
Bald eagle?
What's the difference between a condor and a falcon, dude?
A condor is
a
like
raven?
fucking 3 times the size. Condor is a fucking monster.
Yeah, condors are one of the biggest birds there is.
Probably the biggest in North America.
Okay.
Probably the biggest in the world.
Okay, and you'd like to see that?
A pterodactyl?
Pterodactyl. See? Now you're going into my porn treasury. Pterodactyls and robots?
Well, actually, you know what though? I would love to see no bullshit.
Jurassic Park.
Because Dallas is a great director, and you've got to look up some of the work that he's done.
So
I would love to see you guys collaborate.
Dallas, do you want to collaborate
please
on
make
porn?
that happen.
Wait. We can. You can direct it. I'll be in it, and we'll get Just Blaze to host it.
What?
We'll make it a family.
What? But listen.
And I'll just watch.
We about to make that 5X. That 5X joint.
And then
We're gonna have automobiles having sex.
You'll have like Captain America on.
Yo, you know what? I want to do that. I want to put
Bumblebees.
I would do that. I would get somebody to dress up in the Captain America costume.
Jocasta! Combat, you crazy motherfucker! That's Jocasta!
Look up Jocasta.
Internet.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Google Jocasta. It's over. Go see Avengers. We are in the booth right now with Jocasta. Straight up black Jocasta. Okay? Monet Divine.
Latina Jocasta.
I don't know. In superheroes, there was never.
She's Jocasta though. She's Jocasta. Internet.
Wow, yeah, I just caught that.
She's Jocasta.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So Dallas, anything else to say? Is a wrap?
Oh my God. Yes. Anything you want to do. Anything you want to do.
All right, just take us out of here, man. What you got?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Combat Jack Show featuring Dallas Penn, Just Blaze, super producer A King, Premium Pete, and Monet Divine.
Matt Raz.
I'm sorry. I'm a little
DJ Ben on me.
Matt Raz on the Fabulous Newscaster and the one and only DJ Ben Hameen.
Long-suffering Ben Hameen. Please don't stay .com.
Shout out my man, Always Ambitious, and the rest of the family, PNCRadio.com. We are
AKA The Thirst.
Until next week, we love y'all. Thank you for coming out. God bless. 100.
There you go. Dream them dreams and then man up and live them dreams. Because a life without dreams is black and white, and the universe flows in technicolor and surround sound.
And remember, be yourself, or you may find yourself by yourself. Shouts to the one and only Mr. Magic.
R.I.P. Kiss FM.
R.I.P. Kiss FM. NYC. R.I.P. Kiss FM. R.I.P. Kiss FM.
We love y'all. Good night.